Da, 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 da. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Rossin for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. It's Wednesday. You know what that means? That means the night of hope, the night of fun, the night of excitement. Coming out of Double or Nothing, AEW Dynamite tonight. We're going to be here for all of it, folks. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show. Like, share, subscribe, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. I see that chat filling up. It's a Wednesday. It's the night of hope. We want a good show. We came off a great pay-per-view. People are still talking about Double or Nothing. What will happen? We will get the new champ. We will get Kevin Knight. We will get so much more tonight. We're going to be here all night long. You put Hump Day in the books. We're going to cap it with some wrestling. And then we get into Friday Junior. The weekend is almost upon us. So get in that chat. Let's have a good time tonight. And of course, 3-hour show, if you did not know, so I can't do it alone. Me and that pretty face got you for the next 3 hours at least. But like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And I know we're starting everything off with some hopium and all the feel-good vibes on a hump day. But I am a little bit cautious of AEW historically has an issue of Dynamite's following in a fantastic pay-per-view. And I'm just a little ever so slightly worried that they have so much momentum. People are out there acting like they saw a man walk on water after they saw Double or Nothing. So can Dynamite live up to that?
Right. I mean, are we are we going to get something worth the momentum? Are we going to keep that ball rolling? Are we going to follow up? Everyone's in a good vibe right now. You're getting good press. Great show. Even some of your detractors were like, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was an undeniably good show.
Undeniably good. I mean, you can decide what level of good. I know some of the people that, went all the way to best show ever made. And, we recreated wrestling on this particular night. But ultimately, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I wanted the ball to keep rolling. I want the wrestling to be good because it will force the other companies to do better wrestling. So, yeah, let's go. Let's see what they have. It will be very curious. Like I said, we're going to hear from Kevin Knight. We're going to get a street fight between Stat and Sheeta. Yeah, I don't know if a street fight would have been my choice after having all that chaos on Sunday.
Well, the feud just kind of started because they were tag teaming together and then they kind of split up in the match. So I would have liked if you would have had maybe a singles and then it pays off to a street fight. Because I mean, now that we've got a new pay-per-view and everything too that we got to fill out, because I'm sure we'll get the actual on-air announcement of the new pay-per-view in Quebecois there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you and I haven't chatted about that because you took the night off last night to catch your breath. And I mean, Montreal, the new thing, redemption, not backlash. It's a redemption.
A redemption arc. That's what Dynamite, that's what AEW seems to be on as a redemption arc right now. Let's see if they can fucking redeem themselves, Miro.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that has something to do with Ospreay's redemption. Do we see Adam Page return at some point? Very interesting, but another show in the midst of what, we got a couple shows already coming up. So again, lots of things for Tony to juggle. I think 4 pay-per-views in 3.5 months.
Well, because you've got Forbidden Door, then you've got Redemption, then you've got All In. I don't know whether there might have been a 4th one.
Is All Out not far after All In?
Fair enough. I was stopping at All In.
Yeah.
So, okay. But no, I have some thoughts and some ideas of how we're going to get there, especially with the world title scene and stuff. But we can also probably say hi to the people before we go into booking a whole pay-per-view.
All right, we'll get back to that. Let's run through the chat. The chat usually gives us some good things to jump off of anyway. Hello, beautiful people. Again, hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're ready for Dynamite tonight. We're looking forward to this one. It should be a hell of a show if Double or Nothing was any indication. Fingers crossed, because truthfully, they've been lacking. 2026 has not been a great year for Dynamites, and that's my opinion. But at the end of the day, we will say, or the beginning of the show, the beginning of the day, we will say hello to the people, Nick, and then we'll get rolling. We'll come back to the pay-per-view. I have a question for you about the whole booking situation as well. But Spaz, Ronan, and Reader, top 3. Now, this isn't an updated one just because YouTube, man, I wish apps would just, you're good enough. You don't have to keep updating and changing things and updating and changing things.
Girl, I love you the way you are. You don't need to go and get your hair done, lips done, nails done, all that.
Right. So it would not give me the accurate top 3 from last night. So if you guys know who it is, congrats to those people. But that is your XP points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Let's knock Spaz, Ronan, and Reader off the tops and get in there. Use those super chats. They get you bonus and they help you get to that top. Ask Mr. Spaz, but Mr. Nick.
Well, and everybody should be excited after Double or Nothing out there.
Right.
Again, it was universally praised. And now it's how do you follow it up? You made a hit album. Now what's the next single sound like?
That's it, right? How do you follow it up? That's great. That's great. But we'll see tonight. Zach letting us know. Welcome back, Zach. National Great Popsicle Day. So specifically the Great Popsicle, not National Popsicle Day.
That's fine. I feel like we're inside a Great Popsicle right now with the amount of purple that we have going on.
A lot of purple. Grape, not one of my favorite flavors.
I'm indifferent on it. I'm more of an anti-pineapple guy or anything like that, more than I am an anti-grape person.
This is hilarious. They're like, are they using codes? What does this mean?
Kevin, we're speaking in tongues.
Kevin, welcome back. Let's go. Let's go. Damien, as always, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Looking forward to all the things at our AEW. We appreciate you, sir. TJ back at it. Eric, good to see ya. Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for tonight's show. I bet that they will have another overlaps, even though tonight we are getting the regular Collision Saturday. Yeah, they'll probably go to about 11:15, which is crazy.
Well, no, we're not getting the regular Collision on Saturday because of, I believe, the playoffs.
Oh, no, tonight's 3 hours. Tonight, Collision's
tonight's the 3 hours, but it will still somehow manage to have an overrun.
Yeah, like if you look on the graphics that they put out, Dynamite Collision tonight. But yeah, no, we're staying here. We'll be here till the wee hours of Wednesday. So make sure, again, be a friend, tell a friend. Let's jack this stream up tonight.
A bit of an extra hill that they might have to climb of not only do you have to follow a 5.5 hour pay-per-view, now you got to follow it up with 3 hours of TV straight in a row.
Right. I mean, would be the perfect time to throw in a Moxley Kyle O'Reilly match or Athena, right? So your pay-per-view gets that much stronger. That pay-per-view goes from a 9 to maybe a 9.5, 10 if you clean up. Like Moxley was the worst part. Like I'm going to get sidetracked. I'm going to start ranting.
Woosah.
We'll say hello to Eric. Thank you, buddy. Good to see Rusha versus Brian Cage versus OC versus Leo Rush. Yeah, crazy. I did not see this coming, but we are going to get the first taste of this version of Leo on Dynamite.
Well, is he going to be on Dynamite?
Or he might be on Collision.
Yeah, he might be on Collision, but even because that sounds like a Collision match.
It really does.
That seems like something that's just kind of thrown together. Like you should have some stuff that's following out, coming out of your big pay-per-view.
There is one thing that the fans, I think, have to kind of be honest about. When it comes to the weekly booking, a lot of 8-man tags, a lot of 10-man tags, a lot of just get everybody in there. I think we could use less of that and more of 2-on-2 tag match, a traditional tag match. Build the tag team division. Make the tag teams look better.
Have a women's tag match. Have another women's match. Oh, my Atlanta.
Right. Science.
That's the thing. And not for nothing, because I am still very much excited. You've got MJF on the screen. I'm excited to hear from him. I'm excited to hear from Kevin Knight. Like, there is still stuff that I am very much looking forward to tonight. So it's not all bad news. We're hoping that they can
pull cautious. And I think we've had that cautiousness. I think you more than me, because you had some big moments. Like MJF wins. World's End was a great example of, you're super excited coming out of World's End, and then Wednesday I'm like, hold tight, and then poof. So I mean, you got your wish on Sunday. Hopefully they can, who's next, and we'll get into all that.
Yeah, I got some ideas.
All right, what's up, Clay Lewis? Roll Tide. I see you. Travis, Ken, MDB, the Knee Pap Patrol in the house. Let's go. Now, what you gonna do with it? Do whatever we want with it. Let's go. Become the champ. Prediction title is on the line this weekend. 2 shows. Get your predictions in. Click the link in the chat or in the Discord or wherever else the hell we've put it. So go check that out and let us know who you're taking. 31.5 minutes on the rant. Let's find out.
Well, is it one single rant or a collective rant throughout the stream?
It's usually that moment. Like in every week, I start Dynamite every week the same way. Just like, we're gonna do this. We're happy. I'm excited. It's like being on like District 5, like being on the last police team of like, we're gonna win today, and then you give up 10. You're like, fuck, all right. But it's right around like that 30-minute mark where like Moxley will cut a promo and ruin my night. So we'll see. Last week they got it in early. It was like 3 minutes.
I wonder if they'll just wait until it gets to like the third hour and they'll just lump that of you can just have that.
Just throw that in there. Right. KG doesn't have sleeves. It's warm. I will bring sleeves back. I didn't retire the sleeves, but I'm definitely
they're Brock Lesnar sleeves. That's what KJ's got up there. They're semi-retired.
All right. There you go. So the sleeve watch.
Guns out.
Right, that's it. Got to get some color on this white skin. But KJ doesn't have sleeves. Yeah, so we'll have like the sleeve watch nightly. Let's go, folks.
There we go.
Dun-dun-dun. Evening all. Nick at AEW. Impressive, says Cherokee. Impressive.
I mean, I had to be here. It's 3 hours, and they got me hooked. They got me, like I said, I know you've seen it, and I know we've argued about this, and I'm trying to be brief about this. Okay. But I know you've seen it of a lot of people online saying that was the first AEW show that they watched. Whether it be true or not, a lot of people have said that. Mick Foley even said the AEW made me fall back in love with wrestling. So it's getting a ton of praise.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, some of the people I take with a little, like all of a sudden, like, oh, I brought my love back for wrestling. Come on, Mick. I get it. He's, buttering your bread, but we got you. We got about 2 minutes, so I'm going to rapid fire through some names to catch up. But Tanisha's back with us. Philip, how you doing? Hopefully for a great Dynamite tonight. Looking extra crispy. Yeah, I went through the wash. What up? Spring cleaning around the KJ.
Yeah, that's why you lost the sleeves. Gotta, trim it down.
Survey time. Who's here to see WSCW? Who's here to see KJ and Nick? It's always KJ and Nick. The wrestling might suck. We never do.
Well, no, because I know somebody threw it out there, and I did see it because Bischoff did a video on it. It's the 30th anniversary of Scott Hall's debut or first appearance in WCW. Right. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
I'm down for anything like that. Let's go. It's time for Wednesday Night Rants. Let's pray it's a good one. Let's pray that they keep the hype from the weekend. Cooper, how you doing? Dying a shite. It makes me laugh every time you say it, bro. Vance is with us. Cherokee, we got you. Roll Ties in the house. Boston, what's up? Jose, KJ, no sleeves. But not Nicholas tonight. There you go.
Whoa, now. Can we say that on air?
I just don't feel myself when I'm Nicholas. I'll be honest.
Whoa.
Right? Pepe-esque. Facts. Oh, mon chéri.
See, that's what he did. He saved me in tonight. He sat there and persuaded me. His charm just brought me in.
Right. Will Ospreay, John Moxley, Pac, the Rascals on Dynamite. So, yeah, a multi-man situation. We'll see what this looks like. Looking like roadie bodyguard for Pantera jokes. This may be one of my faves. Yo, how's Big Cav? What's up, Ken, for Big Cav? As Dynamite is starting, Nick, if you want to make sure we're dialed in, we're going to have to find a landing spot. But I got the pyro.
Big Bang right now. I got Shelton getting all hot and bothered.
Let me know when you get the Philadelphia PA graphic.
Fair enough.
Boston, what's good? Ricky, what's good? Boston again. How we doing?
AEW Dynamite showing the ring and the entrance, all the pyro going off.
Right.
Crowd shot. Just trying to find a point. Show me Philadelphia. Philadelphia, PA in the top corner.
All right, we should be pretty close. Let me know you get a baby.
I got a bit. Well, I had a baby in the crowd.
Oh yeah, we're probably
more
pretty
signs
close.
and everything.
What's up, C-Man? Happy Dynamite night. RBB, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, like, share, subscribe. Kevin, Jose, Rolls, I got you. Eric already got you. Let's go, let's go. Chat's busy tonight. Love seeing it. Alex is with us. Leo Raj had a meet and greet in New York. Did he hold character for the meet and greet?
Everywhere I've seen him go, he's been in character. Like Squared Circle Cafe,
Right.
is out there in New York City. The restaurant that's wrestling based and everything. He showed up and did a meet and greet. I think it was there, and he was fully in character. He was schmeagling all around.
That's how you do it. You want to get it over, live it. It's time. What's up, Cooper? Nickelback KJ. That's jokes. What up? Let's go. That's most of the names, folks. Use your super chat and super stickers to stand out. But we're in the back with Renee and Osprey.
Yeah, and it's got a nice little rhyme to it there. But I'm glad that they pulled up the Owen bracket because we're going to get Jungle Boy versus Mark Davis tonight. I thought it was going to go. They're in different parts of the bracket.
Oh, Kenny.
See, this is the type of
they're going to have a moment again.
Right, but this is the I wanted to see. I told you this of instead of the John Moxley stuff with the Death Riders, you should have Kenny be his mentor.
And like, does Kenny say to him, like, why are you hanging out with that douche pillow?
Right.
Oh, there you go. The elephant in the room. This is actually better for Kenny because Kenny's not a great promo. He's better at just sitting down and chit-chatting.
He already cuts a promo sounding labored, so when he's supposed to be hurt, it makes sense.
Makes sense, right? Oh, you heard?
Yeah, that's the dramatic pause because
right.
But no, I have an idea. Whenever we get a commercial break, I really want to pitch my idea to you in the chat.
I'm all ears.
The next 3 pay-per-views for their world title scene, and it definitely involves Kenny.
I like it.
He's preach Kenny.
Kenny's saying all the right things here as the babyface leader of the locker room, that is.
Yeah.
Could these two get mad at each other?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't mind the idea of like Kenny, Will jumps Kenny because he's like, how dare you tell me what to do?
There's people that are pitching the idea because of the Quebec show that instead of MJF versus Osprey at All In, we get Kenny versus Osprey at All In.
It's if he likes to play that home court stuff. Does that mean Kenny wins it in Canada and then they got to go back to New York?
Think, even though they forget that he's from Winnipeg and not Montreal.
Well, fair enough. Then they got to go back to New York to give it back to MJF. Like shit.
It'd be Kenny Osprey. That would be the match at All In Wembley. The devil and the angel on your shoulders, literally and figuratively.
Absolutely. The devil's on my shoulders.
We all have skeletons. I will give them credit. This is fantastic. This has actually been the best Moxley show because he's even out there playing the devil on the shoulders, shows up in the all black and just pops up. We all have skeletons.
I'm not going to let you come back. You keep saying shit like that.
It was good. It was good. They kept it simple. He said 5 words.
5 words. I would agree with you on that. Like, I mean, they keep it minimal. They keep it light, and that's how it goes. What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? In case I missed you.
And we go right into Kevin
Knight. All right. You got it? Good.
I got it.
Man. AEW had a great PLE last Sunday. Hopefully they can follow it up with a good show. So, again, Kenny addresses the issue. Moxley clearly, like you said, the devil on his shoulder. It's a way for him to feel heelish and troublesome without a whole long monologue. You said 5 words.
Good. I know it pains you to say something good about John Moxley, but that was a good segment. I liked it because Kenny said everything I've been saying. Of why are you listening to him? Of it should be me you're listening to. Of we've been through this.
Right.
We went through everything in New Japan and all of that. And then Moxley shows up. We've all got skeletons and tosses the belt, and all that.
Right.
So this is where it gets. It's interesting because they trimmed up enough of Moxley to where he didn't overstay his welcome.
Right. Yep, see money that Chicago Med on break. That's jokes. What's up, Tanisha? We haven't said it yet. But Kevin Knight getting in the ring with a new attitude, a new chip on his shoulder. I
A
mean,
new look.
so
Could
they're
he
like,
be
oh,
paired up with MJF?
it's not a terrible idea.
I mean, he's very much now getting Hollywood and profiling. Now, this is where I get scared because Kevin Knight not known to be good as a promo. So now you got to cut a heel promo, kid.
Can he
by
do
yourself.
it? Can he do it?
I hope so.
Bro, I got a new light. What is bro? It's a new light. What are you talking
enhanced about? And we're in 8K now instead of 4K.
Yeah, I don't know. Benjamin Button up in here. Let's go. Yeah, leave me alone. I'm
As
feeling
they're
good.
saying, F you, Kevin.
So do you set up the Kevin Knight Darby thing just right away because you want to keep Darby going? Like, all right, Darby, you jump right into this.
Maybe if you have it to where Darby's on the sideline, he's got to recover, or he's going to try and Kevin really puts him out. But at this point, I don't know how you do that to Darby.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Right.
This isn't actually a bad thing with the fact that how much they're booing Kevin Knight, that he has to just act like he can't do a promo because I'm going to get some respect to him. You just ramble because they're going to boo the shit out of him.
If I was him, I'd wait and say less. Like you said about Moxley, say less.
I do this all night.
Please don't.
Well, no, just like you said, have him just sit there in the ring and just randomly, I can do this all night. Just let the boos drown themselves out.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Roman.
That's why I said, please don't. I don't want him here all night.
Well, yes, but yeah.
But no, he's doing good. He's getting asshole champs. He's heat. He's getting good heat. But he needs a little more bass in his voice. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, I feel like I need to turn up the volume on my TV, and it's not just because the boos are loud.
Right. But he brings up the Knicks going to the final.
He let us all down. So this is what it is. So he's going to go at Darby of Darby let us all down.
How did he let you down? He damn near killed himself.
Bro, you got elevated because of Darby. What are you talking about?
He let us down. What more could he have done? Like, literally, you know? True Commentary Pages gave, it was funny. I saw a post from an AEW tribalist, and even in the moment where we were all kind of celebrating, like, good show, there's like one or two of them that can't help but like just be dicks, even in a victory, like, or at a good moment. And like, I did see someone like take a screenshot of Cage Match and put it out there, like, look at the rating of Double or Nothing, 32 votes. We get more votes here. What are you talking about?
I did see a different number when they, still showed that and everything, but it still wasn't even a perfect 10. But I just love that I put out even a tweet of, how many comments or how many tweets are going to be celebrating the AEW show tonight, but also mention WWE. And that got one of the most traction I've had on a fucking tweet because it's goddamn true and it goes both ways, honestly, but it's one of those especially that after Double or Nothing, people couldn't help but like, it was like the Knicks when they won of this, they took over the whole street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just be like, man, AEW killed it tonight. Like instantly into like, oh, that was way better than last night. You're like, fuck, calm down for a second.
Right.
It's the little victories. AEW got
embrace your win. Take that in.
Do you think they would ever do like a draft, or do we try and make Collision more important? You keep saying Collision's going to vanish.
I still wonder, the more it keeps getting sucked into these hours, I know we can move it, but it seems very easy to move.
Speedball. We knew this was going to happen. We called this, Nick. Speedball in his suit.
It did, yeah, in his smoking jacket.
Did he get that from the Julia Roberts collection? What are we doing here?
Martha Stewart finest out there.
But this works good because now we got huge Speedball chance.
Yeah, but he looks like the head of a HOA.
Dude, that's not a bad idea.
Real ratings by real fans. Trust me. We already got the WF feud. We got that movement going.
Well, I mean, there's something that we're working on that could be a nice element of it.
We got things in the background that maybe even I don't know about.
You know most. You know what I know. For
I trust that. I caught that.
I called the heel turn weeks ago. Did you? What made you think it? Oh, he wants a handshake. Was he always that much bigger?
If you told me these two are the maximum male models, I'd believe you. As Kevin Knight just does the awkward shut, like it's so. It's how dare you? How could you do that to my boy? It's just. It has the tinge and it smells of it should be, but it just isn't. It looks like it's pizza. It smells like it's pizza, but it ain't pizza.
I
it's the
see
best
where
I
you're
could come
going
up with in the moment.
Right? It's funny that we kind of have this. Oh, rock bottom.
So is just Kevin Knight Ricky Stanks?
Yeah. Listen, all I can say is he came out, got a shit ton of heat. The babyface we expected showed up, and he got a ton of cheers, and then the heel beat the shit out of him. Now, if they go into, okay, we're going to have a match next pay-per-view, next week on Dynamite, you can't have Speedball beating Kevin Knight. You got to keep this ball rolling for Kevin.
Even then, like the heat went away for him. Like you said, there was no bass in the voice or anything.
You need some bass in that voice.
It just didn't. It felt like two teenagers kind of fighting over. It felt like two soccer moms of like, no, my kid should be in the honor program. No, my kid should be.
Right.
It didn't have that sort of intensity. Like even the shoulder barge, like the shoulder and everything, kind of felt like super forced and really awkward looking. Like know what it should be, but that wasn't it. And you want it to be it.
Sup, everyone? As Renee is in the back with the demand. They got, I can't believe I'm saying this. They got to get Ricochet away from Jericho.
Oh, so I agree. I think that go ahead.
Sorry. How do you follow Stadium Stampede with a singles match? As a regular old singles match?
That is my exact thought that I was about to say. If I thought Stadium Stampede should have been the blow off. I actually like Stadium Stampede. It was a fun, stupid match. But that should have been the blow off. That's the end. Then you move along. Then Jericho's talking to MVP. Ricochet's dealing with Callis family or Jungle Boy or something. Move along.
What they don't do very well, I don't think, is a lot of times in like a multi-man match, in a battle royal, in a rumble. Yeah, Khan just saying, get out of here.
Well, totally just randomly. You're like 2 minutes late.
I couldn't even recognize the song when it opened. That was so weird. Are they having audio issues? I got to turn this up.
They had it set to Kevin Knight. Now it's not set to Chris Jericho.
Hey, Tony, put the surround sound on, bro. What's happening?
Yeah.
All right, we do have some people singing Judas.
I
hope Speedball turns on Darby as well.
How do you feel? Because I know I haven't been here every Wednesday. I've just been all the 3-hour Wednesdays. How do you feel since Jericho's come back? Like, I know he's been tied up with Ricochet, but if Jericho was to be done with this, what would you do with him?
I believe that Jericho's value in this company, if he wants to continue to be in ring, should be with young girls. They're showing was there an injury on that play or that move? But anyway, I think Jericho as a heel works really well to get like a young up and coming baby face over, and you put him in those kind of mid card angles. But Jericho is Jericho, and I kind of said it. Jericho's up to his old tricks. Ricochet was the most talked about guy in AEW for better or for worse, and Jericho jumped right in with him. His return in Winnipeg didn't go quite proper. It was messy, but Jericho's doing Jericho things. Like you build to a Stadium Stampede and then legitimately keep going. But Ricochet's not the guy that needs Jericho. Ricochet needs other athletic, high-flying guys. Jericho needs, not luchas.
Didn't Ricochet have the whole thing that was the whole controversy and everything when he was crashing out because he lost the national championship? He has not given a rat's ass about that belt since he crashed out about it, and I guess had to come to Jesus moment with Tony Khan.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
put him back towards that. Put him towards a Jungle Boy. Put him towards a Mark Davis. What have you? Have Jericho do, I don't know, fuck all with the Hurt Syndicate or whatever. Have him be friends with MVP.
Yeah, he could be a meddling guy. If I were them, I'd give Jericho, and I know you're going to say they've done this. Every time Jericho builds a faction, it's all about Jericho. To the point where, the Appreciation Society says enough.
Literally.
But if he could just sit in the background and really find a way to put other guys over, it would really help the company. But to Jericho, it's all about Jericho and proving he can still do this.
Well, so he does have to still get some wins to put people over. Like, he still has to be somewhat viable.
True. I think he should be dangerous. Speedball turns. I don't know if Speedball plays as a heel.
Travis acknowledging the KJ beard.
Jokes.
Thank you. Folks, let us know who you have for this between Ricochet and Chris Jericho, and why should it... Who would you actually have for this even? I'm about to say it should be obvious, but I'm like, I don't know.
It shouldn't be. Like, everyone's banned from ringside, so my question is, who not in the groups, like, does Sammy Guevara reunite with Jericho again? I don't know, but I'd say Ricochet for the win because, again, Ricochet's the guy that needs the wins. Jericho doesn't need... Wins and losses don't really affect Jericho at this juncture of his career.
But is this just are they viewing this as the blow off? Do we get just straight nobody? We just get an actual match between
a straight up clean win,
which I don't think anybody, including the participants, want. But yeah,
because where do you go from here? Let's say this match, there's interference or it goes to DQ. Where do you go from here?
We both said it. Stampede should have been the end of this feud.
End it. If you're going to have this insane battle where you bring everyone together, that's the showdown. Like, the Greasers and the Socias meet in the field and they go ham. They don't do it 3 times in the same fucking story.
You just took me to like middle school, early high school fucking English class out there. Fucking stay golden, pony boy. As Chris Jericho is trying to stay golden with a crossbody on the top or more of a fall.
Yeah. I did a book report on that book twice because I did it in the one grade, and then the next grade when I went up, I did it again. I was like, fuck it. We had to do it.
Paste. Yeah.
I was just like, fuck. I think I know how this one goes.
That this is deep thoughts that I think about. This is the type of I think about when Chris Jericho and Ricochet are on my TV screen. Were you one of those kids that, when you had to do an X amount of pages on a book report or whatever, you would go in and mess with the font, like the period size and everything, so it somehow would make, one paragraph into 2 kind of...
That, and I think, especially as I got older, I was the king of just, like, useless sentences, useless words. Just like extra.
Yeah, I say it in different ways.
Right? I didn't say "and" ever. It was always like, on the other hand, okay, that's 4. We're good.
This is why we're so good at debating and everything and just going back and forth. We just keep going run-ons. We love run-on sentences.
But Jericho, the walls on the table. Now, he is, to his credit, being a little gingerly, which I think makes it an excuse for him to go slow.
Touche. But then again, why you come back? As Lady B just tuning in and saw 3 magicians. Well, that's kind of what the demand is. Either change up their name or their attire, one or the other.
The demand. They're not in demand. And again, I think if you want them to be something, you have to book them to be something. I think they have potential. People hate Ricochet, but he's not fighting anyone important.
Could they have kind of done something with it just being Ricochet and the demand versus Jericho and the Hurt Syndicate, as Jericho into the steps as we go to commercial?
Are you surprised that MVP, after all that kind of online hate and then no one was beating each other up, and apparently MVP knocked him out on his yacht, Like after all that bullshit, and they're on like TV, like high-fiving and giving us the Rocky, handshake.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Yeah, out there.
Right?
They were doing the Arnold and Apollo Creed handshake. But no, I think it's more because I saw somebody, shout out WrestleBuzz, my buddy, that pointed it out, of MVP to Triple H is Bret Hart to Bill Goldberg at this point. So I think two birds who hate one other bird together flock together.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's very much MVP will make the peace, but because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Is it also maybe a part of like, we're not going back there. We've clearly burned that bridge down. So
at least he's not. At least he's not.
So, you're right. Like, make friends, right? Like, you know how important Jericho is to Tony Khan. So let's get Jericho on my side so I can get some booking on my side.
Right. Well, speaking of making friends, shout out Frankie. Kevin Owens comes in and helps Jericho. If KJ takes a pause during this match, look out for it.
Right. That would ruin my fucking year. Yeah, that would ruin my year.
If Kevin Owens was in the AEW,
this showed up in AEW,
he wins the title belt in Montreal. He wins the world title.
If he's not a champion in this fucking company, Lord help us. But that's my fear. He'll be back, on the IR in no time, jumping off shit like Darby.
Well, I love the people that Darby jumps off a scaffold. The Wrestling Safe Company. Logan Paul tears a fucking tricep. Unsafe workplace.
Right. I saw some people saying stupid shit about this whole Logan Paul thing. I don't know. Like I said it when it happened the night of.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it on the replay, and people were talking about different things. But legitimately, a human being landed on his arm when it was.
You could see the moment when it happened. I don't give a juice or no juice or how fit or anything. You got to be. Even me, my 37 years of age, that shit's gonna pop like a fucking pop socket. But
picture Logan in pretty much push-up position, and someone landed on his elbow. I mean, he's lucky he didn't break his arm.
Coffin dropped on him.
Yeah, right. But he's lucky he didn't break his arm or pop his shoulder, or it could have been worse. So, we've commended Logan for what he's done, but some people are weird. Like even in a moment where someone gets hurt, they look for the angle. Oh, unsafe company. Like shut up.
But it is a little Final Destination a bit with
so
pretty much how they've came in is how they've gone out. I'm not saying there might be a conspiracy, but I do have a tinfoil hat on standby.
All I know is the guy I'm rooting for is the only one standing. So.
You got a theory about Austin Theory.
We do have Jericho and Ricochet going back and forth right now, folks. Remember, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons. You and I kind of, and Anthony actually kind of touched on this today. New Japan announced a change in ownership. And I feel kind of similar to what you said to me earlier today. This actually feels like they're getting closer to the enemy.
This is very interesting. Well, and I guess closer to the enemy. I've been trying to click on this comment just because I like this from James of saying I acknowledge Nick on a Wednesday.
There you go, James. I feel
welcome on Wednesday night rants out here. But no, so for those who don't know, I've been wanting to actually talk about this. If you want to talk about this during this match, I got a minute to go on this.
Cutter.
Face buster.
Or the face buster. You're right.
I was going to say, and this is Japanese wrestling. I've been trying to learn about this whole story all day. I literally put it out on Twitter. Like, someone explain this to me like I'm 5 years old, because it dropped at like 3:00 in the morning and everything. And it still is very up in the air of what it truly means. But Bushido Road sold their majority stakes in New Japan to TVAshi, which is New Japan's TV partner and everything, which already had a bit of a stake in it, and Cyber Agent, which is the overarching company for Cyber Fight, which owns TJP, owns DDT, owns Noah, like you said, of where you're getting closer to the WWE.
Oh,
but very interesting because now all of Japanese wrestling outside of Stardom and I think Marigold are all under one roof. Because Stardom still is owned by Bushido Road. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that didn't transfer.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a completely split partnership between the two.
Yeah.
So now it's where does this really go? I've seen some people worry, hey, make sure you watch Forbidden Door because it might be the last Forbidden Door. And I've also seen people say that this isn't going to be anything. This is more of, it might be easier for everything going forward of, partnerships and everything like that because of, the change in ownership. But we'll see. It seems very up in the air to me.
It's very up in the air. I mean, and as the positioning changes, again, you start asking about who's in bed with who and how does it affect and what is the trickle down? Because, I mean, at minimum, there's going to be some impact on the relationships. It might not be the hard, swift, all the way to, oh, look, they're now in bed with them. But it is that back and forth. It is that, where do all the pieces fit and how does it make sense? So, we're going to see some changes. And I mean, the wrestling in Japan's been struggling.
It very much has, and that's where it gets interesting because you've had people like Yoda Suji, etc., that have been very vocal about New Japan's relationship.
Oh!
Phoenix Splash, but it felt like it was in slow motion or like in 0.5 speed.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a Phoenix Splash. I think it was one less rotation, if I'm being picky. The Russian judge taking points off.
Yeah, it wasn't a triple Lundy, but it's been interesting. I've seen some people even like, well, it's okay. Tony's plundered everything he could want out of New Japan at this point. So it gets New Japan talent has been vocal about their issues with working with AEW. So now that they're under new management, where do we go from here? I get that they've said that they're going to keep their current schedule, but the next event,
150%. So as we got the walls, crowd's cheering a bit now. Again, as you can tell, Nick and I are completely dialed in on this one, but Jericho locks in and gets a bit more of a pop.
Because this match should have ended. We shouldn't be getting this match.
Right. KJ ranted yet? Not yet. I'm getting close, though. Jericho dude sucks. Why ain't Bobby Lashley in the picture yet? I don't know why. Like, an MVP clearly is a soldier that is going to die on the sword for Tony Khan. Why hasn't he received more love, more, preferential booking, more spotlight? They've been nothing. Like, Nick, you've been very critical of, like, factions that come in and don't do much. They've done fuck and pretty much all.
They were there and then they weren't there and then they kind of went away and they were injured and then since they've came back they've been just kind of hanging out with Chris Jericho,
right?
And that's where it get Lion Salt. If Ricochet wins this, so 2 count.
Why? This match is getting close to time limit draw.
Diddy dum diddy do, but. What do you do with Bobby Lashley right now? I don't think you can wedge him into the world title picture. You would, I'd maybe do something with the Hurt Syndicate back in the tag title division, but where do they fit? You had FTR and Edge and Cope, and we haven't even talked about Edge and Christian. We haven't even talked about the alleged rumors with FTR.
Yes, Ricochet, Jericho moves.
You made up for that rotation you missed before and over rotated.
Yeah. Code breaker.
1, 2. You never win a match on a signature. It's always the finisher.
Right. I guess he's setting up the Judas effect. How are we feeling about this match in the chat? I want to know how the chat's feeling on this one. Judas effect just annihilated him.
He just folded.
Pin him.
Oh, he's got to hit the Lion Salt. He's got to prove he can still do it, and they're still cheering for Grandpa can still do it. Oh, he barely made it.
He barely
made it.
Fuck Ricochet. Ricochet, go take a vacation, man. He is worthless in this
Don't
company.
hang out with your hot wife.
Yeah, I mean, dude, decent match. I will be honest. I still feel like Swerve has to go half speed for Jericho. Like you said, Jericho barely hit that lion salt, but he had to do it. Because, like, why is this the blow-off match? It's so weird as far as the booking goes. I don't
Chris
get it.
Jericho has become non-hardcore Terry Funk.
If you're looking into the future as a booker, who's more valuable to this company? Ricochet or Ciampa?
Ciampa's going to get dragged down with Chris Jericho.
Why? See? Why?
You can have this.
Why? I just don't get the whys. Why is Jericho getting jumped by Ciampa? What did I miss?
You got the Ciampa beard. Let him know.
Right? Fuck's sake, Ciampa. It's just crazy to me. And now, like, to me, this is Jericho goes over Ricochet, and now he's going to go and fuck around with Ciampa. And I know me and Boston have had like a friendly little banner about what Ciampa's been up to. This is, again, Ricochet might as well go take a vacation. Absolutely worthless to this company at this point. I just can't help but think that, again, I don't care. Like, if Ciampa jumped Ricochet, I'm listening.
That's better than him jumping Jericho. Tommaso Ciampa was the best world title contender that Darby's faced. I've been on record of saying that since Darby's match with Ciampa, Darby's whole title reign went down. And now we had Ciampa that since then was teaming with FTR and doing JOBs. Now he's going against Chris Jericho, which actually, anyone checked on Action Andretti lately? Dufresne, Search Party
always got his way.
So that's the thing is I don't like this for Ciampa because this is he's one step away from planking on a studio cart right now at this point.
Yeah, you might argue he's doing a little better than Johnny at the moment, but Andrade's in the back. Yeah, man, I don't understand. I don't get the mindset. I don't. I want to make this company better. I want this company moving forward to feel better. I want guys, listen, I could easily sit here and say Ricochet's an asshole, fuck him, who cares? He is an asshole. But if you want to make this company better and sell more tickets and have even better matches, you get Jericho out of the way.
Ricochet versus Tommaso Ciampa could be a fantastic match. That screams of this PWG and CZW and everything that they always kind of the hardcore indie go back callbacks and everything that they want to go to.
Right.
Those two having a match together, like you said, even though Ricochet lost, even though we kind of think he's shit, of Tommaso Ciampa getting involved with him to at least have a great match. I have nothing to look forward to with Chris Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa. The most I get to look forward to is Ciampa's entrance. I get an entrance off. That's all I get.
Yeah. But and Ciampa's is better.
Yes.
But who does this benefit? If Ciampa goes over Jericho, what? He goes to the world title? If Jericho goes over Ciampa, does Jericho get closer to a world title because he's on a roll? He beat Ricochet clean tonight.
And I'm not fully mad at even that. I'm more offended at the aftermath and the afterbirth than even because if that's just you did it clean and okay, cool, fine, whatever. That's how you truly end the feud because you couldn't do it at Stadium Stampede. You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. The second Ciampa showed up, you went sideways with me.
Somebody in the chat can let me know if you know, Nick, by all means. Did something happen that would make us think that Ciampa had a reason to do this? I don't know of, off the top of my head, a reason that Ciampa would do this.
Not at all. And again, you asked who does this benefit? The only person that benefits is Chris Jericho.
Right.
Chris Jericho's now out there with what was one of your hottest commodities when he debuted. I don't know if is he lukewarm? Is he mid? Is he
Jericho?
You got to stick him back in the microwave to heat him up?
The diehards will tell you he's killing it. He's doing the best work he's ever done. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm saying with Ciampa getting sucked into his black hole.
Ciampa, I was so excited because I think Ciampa could be AEW champion. If Darby can be AEW champion, fucking anybody can be. So I kind of want to see Ciampa in prominent things. Maybe Jericho's that, but he comes in, like you said, he bounced up and down, and then you develop this level of apathy towards certain people.
Could you have done Ciampa versus Kevin Knight? I went to war with Darby Allin, and you sat there and spit on him and said he didn't give enough. I sat there and was the first one that challenged. Like, you could almost do Ciampa as a babyface and have him versus Kevin Knight, which actually would be a solid match. You could do a lot of different ways with this.
Right.
When it keeps picking the easy exit off the highway.
Absolutely. Spaz with a $10 super chat. Tell your friends, tell your wife, me and Jake preview Clash tonight. We also give a quick, fair and not at all biased review of AEW Double or Nothing. Focus on a bit of Raw and the main eventer, Austin Bogart Theory. Yes, go check out Jake and Spaz.
Well, and shout out to JR, who's out there. We might haven't had the best days of JR behind us, T's and P's, and JR might need to just go off into that Oklahoma Boomer Sooner sunset here. And I'm kind of fine with that, and I hope he can just go in the best condition he can go.
I got Orange Cassidy coming out. I don't have.
So do I.
I don't know if I have a slide with his face on it, so
I would just put an orange up. I don't know. We're good.
There we go. But see a bunch of new names in the chat. People bouncing around. Again, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons, be a part of the fun, folks. But where was the one? Spazzer, we appreciate it. Go check out our buddy Spaz.
Who just passed 1,600, by the way. Shout out. Rising tide raises all ships out here.
Let's go. Should Jericho become Dynamite GM? That would work. He could be annoying as a GM. I'd be fine with that. My problem is this delusion.
You just made the list.
Right? Like Jericho loves that Fozzy Ozzy comparison, right? Jericho's becoming Ozzy Osbourne in his late years, where when they were just pushing him out there and he was mumbling into the mic.
Sharon,
no idea what the fuck he was saying. Jericho's becoming that, but yet they still thought they had it. I fucking rolled. No, you didn't. We love you, but you didn't. And
they just wheel him out in a throne chair, and he stands up every now and then. I'm going out the way. Yeah.
Now, my other question becomes, why is OC teaming with Leo?
Are they teaming? No, I think it's a scramble fatal four-way.
Oh, it's fatal four-way. I mean, why are they in the same match?
Because gimmicks. Because Roosh, you don't mess with the horns. Brian Cage is the Wolverine who can't ever stay healthy. Orange Cassidy's freshly squeezed. And then you got Leo Schmiegel Golem.
All right, Leo Rush is winning this match.
You go find
I'll be right back. I'm going to put a poll up while I'm gone. Pause. But I shall return, sir.
There you go. As KJ taking a pause for the cause, and I thought this match would have popped off on a collision, but so we're following what we just had with now a fatal four-way. Hey, what do you say? Is this an actual qualifier for anything? I know we have the slide. I'm trying to can I really? Oh, it's just a showcase four-way. So we're just doing this to just do this. That's not how you do this, Tony. At times you should do this to either follow up or lead into the next shows. Again, you could have lopped off at minimum a half hour out of Double or Nothing and thrown it onto here and been fine. You can't always get by. I can't even say this is getting by on good wrestling because, you have some good wrestlers in this, but what is Leo Rush right now? I know he works for some people, but he don't work for me, dog. But, the Villa, sorry, I didn't mean to click from the voice beyond, but the Villa Viking, what up? I see you. Hey, guess who got a second channel, boys? Oh, why do I feel like that's everybody's second favorite box with his second favorite channel out there? Shut up, Geekbox, my guy. I think I might have, did I figure out the mystery? I think I might have. I don't know. Do I get a Scooby snack? Is I got Cage and Roosh out here. So is Cage still part of Callus? And is Roosh still part of Los Ingobernables? I thought I'd kind of disavowed or disevolved. It's box. Yeah, see? I thought I figured it. What's in the box? What's in the box? He went in the cloning machine. He came out, with a different box. He came out with a Viking instead of a box. Jose Nick and his run-on sentences. Yeah, I'm good for those from a time or two. Thought the Bronx Bomber Nick would be wearing the scarf. Not till MJF shows up. But I wore it for most of the pay-per-view. I realized there was a couple times I had taken it off and forgot to put it back on. But 201 counts. But when MJF comes out there, and I have a very interesting theory that Tony, I'll work for the cheap. I'll undercut whatever you might be paying Russo and Coachman. I'll do it for the double cheap out there. But I think that there's some, so we're getting shin taps to Schmiegel. And Cornette, someone check on Jim Cornette. I think he lives in at least Kentucky. Oh, the gimmicks, they're them. Yo, Spaz, Jose, good to see you, boy. What up? As I behind. So I'm going to click through. Hope I didn't miss you. If I did miss you, Nair, I see you. The Bull and Wolverine in the ring. Yes. But if I did miss you, again, we do have the super chats, the super stickers. Nothing's intentional. It's at times of we get long-winded and talk a lot, just like we talk a lot. But I appreciate it. Yeah, finally taking a chance on the second channel thing. A rare boost of confidence. Well, there you go. My guy, if you got confidence, then I got double the confidence for you. You inspire me, bro. So 100%. My other brother from my British mother, the British Nick out there. If we're doing the whole multiverse of Nicks out there. Now, which one of us is Iron Man and which one is Doctor Doom? You'll never know. Orange don't want to catch it. Yeah, I don't think anybody does. Did he come off a boat recently or anything? I'm just asking to understand. As backhand spring onto Brian Cage. Is it just one of those that it's so that it's dumb with Leo Rush that we all just were okay with it, of it being dumb? Because I still don't get the Schmiegel hop-alongs and everything. The cosplay and the hyenas vibe with me. Doesn't ever work. That instantly pulls me out of even whatever spooky gimmick he's trying to do. As Roosh hits the tranquilo. See, this would be shit. Would you do 2 singles matches with this? And who would you split it up with? I'll ask this genuine question as we're about 45 minutes, almost through the first hour of AEW following Double or Nothing. Nick inspired. What a profound thought. It is just profound. But how are you feeling of if Dynamite's carrying the mantle that was Double or Nothing? If we've passed the Olympic torch along, we've gone from New York, we're running through Philadelphia. Next, we're going to Washington, and then we're going to Texas. Of have they carried the mantle, or is the flame flickering? Denisha, C Money, why am I seeing Leo Rush, Brian Cage on my TV? Cassie on my TV, boring show. Hey, Denisha. I mean, aggressive, but not exactly inaccurate. This is an emoji match. This match could have been an email. Is that what you're trying to say? I still think there are good parts to this match. I think this is when you're just throwing it in, you're doing it for a showcase. Tony, stop doing shit like that. Stop doing shit like it's in your first year. You're in high school now, Tony. You're not in middle school. Stop doing it like that and actually book like you're supposed to be there. Act like you're not on the Pee-wees. You're on the JV team now. Act like you're supposed to be on the team. Act like you're supposed to be there. Can follow through. Not everything needs to be a showcase. You can have some stories. You can build some stories through matches. Not everybody just needs to get on the card to get on the fucking card. As I'm in picture. Emoji match, hashtag not sponsored. No, and not by that terrible movie either. It's weird not had a new channel for 6 years. So it all, hey, well, we haven't even been in channel for 4 years. Barely even 5. No, not 5 yet. Just barely 4. So you haven't had a second channel since we haven't had our channel. Sort of look so weirdly plain with no history or content until tomorrow. First channel I've subbed to is here. Absolutely. And oh, my brother, testify. That's where you need to be right now, folks. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that bell, hit that like. It costs you nothing. It's free, but it does nothing but help us out. And again, we're out here covering anything and everything. We're not out there grifting for a job from anybody. We're not out there just hating to hate on anything. And trust me, AEW and WWE are almost at this point just a bit of what we cover between TNA and the indies and everything else out there. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. I'm not even going to go through the whole outro, but yeah, you got me in song singing and pontificating as I got OC and Brian Cage up in the top rope here. Oh, Cage down. Nick has the legit reasons to hate. I'd actually even like to know the reasons that I have to hate. And what am I get out of jail free cards here? Never punctuated. Yeah, trust me. Run-ons of. I have that problem of because I'm on my phone at times, respectfully, not trying to humble brag or even ask for sympathy because I'm on my phone so much for trying to get stuff out for the channel and everything that I just have time blindly just the thumbs do what they do. And I'll have so many typos and everything because I can hate autocorrect and speech to text. But yeah, so 100% definitely never punctuated. I don't even hate this. It's been a match. I mean, I know I've been kind of going through it, but now I've got Cage and he basically just hit a jack slammer. Yeah, we're calling it that, a jack slammer on to Roosh for a 2 count as now Leo's firing up. Been getting in that haterade again, haven't you? No, we got that pre-mat out there for you. Oh, Falcon Arrow from Brian Cage. And that's words that have been said. A guy that looks like Brian Cage just hit a Falcon Arrow on Schmiegel Leo Rush. Who do you think will return to AEW tonight? I don't know. Are we going to get a big return or anything? I don't know. Would you have not, if you're Slumdog Millionaire, if you were going to do it, would you have not done it at Double or Nothing? Why would you do it now? Tornado DDT from OC. 1, 2 count. I don't know why you do a return here versus you do it at Double or Nothing would be my question. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Wrestling for Life, last toxic wrestling channel in all the land. Yes, Ricky, you get a star even for that because that's why we've completely disavowed the IWC. We formed the WFU we watch everything and give our actual honest opinions, and we're here live literally watching everything, so we can't sit there and all of a sudden act like that didn't happen. No, we were here live watching it as OC is taking out Archer and Rock. Whoa! As Mark Davis just shows up and punches and shut up, and Ronnie comes out. Mark Davis is fighting later tonight, which I'm glad to see. He's getting survived and revived, but I think he's fit the Rogaine Just for Men vibe like KJ has. But so now OC is just getting walked off. And Roosh and Leo Roosh are the only ones left in the ring. And what the fuck has this match boiled down to? Lance Archer is the most pointless. He worked as if he was Callis as just straight bodyguard. Is Lio Rush going to win this match? Oh, this man dick diving, dodging out of there. Spear, 1, 2, 2 count, 2 count. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Not walk off, carried off. Yeah, they walked off, carried off. 2 count, 2 count, Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2, 100%, Jose. You get a star. Leo was definitely winning. Who the fuck else was in this match? This is a fatal four. Where did Brian Cage go? Did Brian Cage just disappear? What did I miss with Brian Cage? Well, now we got the cables. But again, no disqualification, so Ransburg can't do nothing like he ever does anything ever.
What is this?
My sentiments and my thoughts.
What is this?
Roosh is just, we got Roosh Hour 2 out here.
Roosh Hour 2. Roosh Hour 2.
Roosh in barricade.
Roosh Hour 2, you get the hards.
Yeah, well, shout out to Jose with the one that commented that. They the winner of the night there.
Right, I like it. No, that's good. Very interesting. What happened to Brian Cage? And why
I don't know. I know OC got carried off. Like, tell the boss I'm going to be back in 30 minutes.
Right. Oh, and he's dead. And Leo, thank you for that gimmick. I guess it's not impervious. And Roosh is getting a push.
And
we're getting the hards. What?
I'm surprised that Leo Rush didn't win. Actually, I honestly thought at that point he was going to win.
I said that before I went on my pause of Leo's got this. As we go to the back with Renee. He's got Triple B back.
He's got the Triple B. The Triple B is back. Can you believe it?
Oh.
I'm really glad I really like your work.
Bad guys are bonding.
Yeah. Well, I said, could he work for MJF if he looks very douche? Remember the Pinnacle? The Pinnacle was a thing.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'll see you around.
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No. Oh, I got a win on you. Fuck! They're going to do because I got a win on you.
You just turned him heel. Why would he fight the biggest heel in the company? Why? There's no good answer. Whatever anyone says, it's stupid. They shouldn't fight. There you go. See you around. But then you just let that go. We're trying to establish Kevin as a bad guy. Oh, another bad guy.
Everybody's out here doing the best Cody Rhodes suited and booted.
Yeah, they're up in their game, bro. Oh, Phallus the Callus.
I had no idea Kyle Fletcher was that much taller than Kevin Knight.
Kyle's a big boy, man. I think he's like 6'3" and change.
Is he? We can do this. You can let us know your comments after the stream if you want. You can do it while we're live here if we want to do it. What is your new 4 pillars for AEW? We've had the pillars before. Yeah.
Right. KJ called this. I hate when I'm right about bad shit. Now we're back to the... Now, a few weeks ago, Nick, we saw the Death Riders kidnap Will Ospreay.
Mm-hmm.
This week, we see OC kidnapped by the Callis family. Right after that, we get a package about the conglomeration and how great they are, but not one of them were there to help their friend.
Well, they all get fucking sauntered off and carried off because they're all just toddlers that need nappy time.
But would you really do a kidnapping gimmick after you did a kidnapping gimmick recently? It's a match.
Are you anticipating I care about the conglomeration?
Are they going to turn OC?
Into what? Orange juice? I don't know. Could he ever possibly be a heel?
No, I don't think. You would have to completely I remember he went like evil for that a little bit, but MJF up next, bro.
Yes, I'm going to try and do my best running man here for a minute, but
okay. I was like, shit, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I'm going to try and do it real quick.
All right, Nick, taking a pause for the cause. Show rolls on. We got lots coming your way still. Still going to the 11 o'clock hour. Don't forget that. We are here for Collision right after Dynamite tonight. But my man's out here double dipping. So I did see your new page. I believe I just subscribed to it. If you haven't done so, go support Geekbox and his new page. Love seeing him, my guy. Love seeing your creativity. And shout out. Good to have you back as the geek as well. Your thumbs do what they do. Told ya you were thumbuddy. Thumbuddy. Welcome back, big dog. Always with the quibs. Quips. I think Rush goes over in this match. So Rush goes over. I thought Leo Rush might because they're trying to make a big deal about Leo. Like, oh, Leo's better than Danhausen. Not the same. It's not the same, is it? You're the first of your bloodline who say those words, Nick. I missed it. I wasn't here. We'll catch up. Let me know what he said. Keep Callis the fuck away from Knight. Yeah, we don't want Callis anywhere near Knight. If you're setting up Knight and Kyle, but Kyle's been heelish. Now, on Sunday, Fletcher came out and hugged Takeshita. That was kind of happy, but he's still with Callis. So MJF heel has words with Knight heel, who has words with Fletcher heel. The fuck are we doing? Why? I have no idea. I wish I had answers. What are we doing? Calling all scarves. Triple B in progress. All scarves, handle the code. Let's go. He's crashing. But MJF is coming up next if you are just tuning in. And again, the show is busy. We got lots coming your way tonight. Kyle Fletcher will come out and I believe do a promo. He's sitting down with Renee and Callis, so that would be interesting, I guess. We'll see what that looks like. We already saw Kevin Knight. Fatal 4-Way was a disaster in a little bit of a way. Claudio Brody King. Let's go. Let's go on this one. That should perk us up. Mark Davis taking on Jungle Boy. We'll see. It happens sometimes. Protostar. Kyle Fletcher's a star. So if they find a way to kind of push him out of the Kyle's family, and I'd have no problem with Kyle Fletcher, Kevin Knight, even if Kevin Knight's being heelish. Jake, something returned and nobody said anything or reacted. Who returned? Nick, don't seem excited. Yeah. No. Rush with the tush push over Leo. Roosh is killing me. But we're in the back with the Brawling Birds. Jake Doyle is back. Oh, that's who it is. Thank you. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, Rants. No shit, eh? Where is all the hoopla for this guy coming back? Roosh pinned Roosh. Roosh pinned Rush. We'll keep it clear, folks. Roosh wants his push. He wants it. He's dying for it. Brian Cage. What happened to Brian Cage? Uninspired. Yeah, no one cared. No one noticed. The Revenge. Jake Doyle, that was. There you go. That's not Mark Davis. It's Jake something.
I'm going to keep it a buck as I was here and I quickly returned of that. I thought it was Mark Davis showing up. They looked so much alike. I had no idea that it was Jake something.
His return was so epic. And if you know Jake something's about to return, is that the time that you put a singles belt on Mark Davis? His partner's back now. Put them together. I'm so confused by some of the decision making. But we do have Alex Windsor kind of bit of a promo. Oh, she's talking about the wild card.
I got skin in the game, mate. Now, could it be a Monet? Could it be...
Oh, if it's Monet, she's winning the tournament, man.
Could it be a Mrs. Copeland?
Beth would be interesting.
See, this is what I'm here for.
Your 3-time All Elite Wrestling World Champion, Mr. Big Nick. It's MJF.
One of the few to make it as a 3-time champion while being under the age of 30, of again, generational talent. Very much why when we did our fantasy draft, he was my number one pick.
There you go.
He's better than you, and he knows it. Of again, who it's finally been restored back. We got the Triple B back. I heard the emergency call. I heard the bat signal.
Oh
so that's why
my God,
running
Becky!
back.
Look at his throne. MJF being brought out like a king.
Now, would you have tried to get some baddies or anything to do that instead of, the bar league hockey team?
Well, I mean, I don't know if some baddies are going to be able to pull off this feat, to be honest.
I mean, you had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss and everything out there with the King of Kings.
Were they holding him up, though?
They were at least riding shotgun.
They were close. Pyro raining down. MJF grabbing the triple. Oh, the old belly's treating like shit.
Again,
he's just chucking it around.
The world just feel right. Air tastes a little bit better. Food tastes a little bit better. I know I might sound like what's his name in the Matrix out there. I know this steak isn't good, but it tastes good in my brain. But the world is a bit better. Roman Reigns is your world champion. MJF's your world champion. And after Sunday, Saturday, whichever day, after this weekend, Gunther's going to be your world champion.
It'll be very interesting. I also wonder, I mean, I kind of want to see fucking Jacob get that belt, but I don't think so.
Did he already admit defeat? Did he already, bend the knee?
Not yet. Not yet. They kept it cordial because of the tribal rules, the tribal council, all that.
Said, well, at least I know I can't get fired even if I lose.
Right. That's true. But do you feel like the obviousness of this story hurt this story? We all knew he was getting the belt back.
Sandbagged and hated this whole story to begin with. I'm just happy that we got there. I was very.
It doesn't matter, right?
That they would just keep going crazy, and we would just, they've gone full insane. So we just need to lock them up now because there is no sense talking to you. We've at least course corrected a bit here.
Yeah, it's kind of how we felt about Moxley. And then you got Darby, and it just felt like get to the conclusion. Like, let's get this over with.
This man is so draped in gold between his scarf and between the balloons and his outfit. I don't know where to notice the title belt. Only 8 men.
Since the 1800s when wrestling began.
See, that's the thing is this is why he's never leaving AEW because he's their Sting. He knows I have full reign. I have full grace. I have no restraints on anything I do. So I have full reign in the kitchen. I can do whatever the fuck I want here.
Right.
Why would I leave?
Right. Taking on another heel. Yeah, Jose is shit they got to think through. But you're right, Nick, 100%. I mean, he is a shark in a small pond. And the only problem, I think, at some point, he's going to plateau because he's going to eat all the fish.
But you have enough talent around him that if you got somebody that could actually put some shit together, you could really find it. Remember, Punk was there. All you needed was Punk was there, and you unlocked a whole bunch of shit with him. Even with him and Hangman wasn't terrible.
Right.
Him and Kenny wasn't bad. In the world.
We kind of did Booker's thing. It's funny, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, I'm just drinking this in. Trust me, even the missus had to make me feel okay. Of well, you stayed up till midnight. Yeah, but MGF won, right? It's one of those Thanos. What did it cost you?
Yeah. What did it cost you? So who comes out, Nick? Mick Foley?
I hope not. I on a whole other thing, I hope we never see a Mick Foley match ever again. Just it's not a disrespect to Mick. It's just asking for his own safety. And I personally don't want to see it because it's a bit. I can't gangbang on Jericho and expect to Mick Foley 5 stars.
Yeah.
I would like to see Andrade.
Oof. Really?
No, I think you do Andrade in the Forbidden Door because Andrade's been fucking with him. But how do you know? And is your IWGP World Champion.
Wait a minute. We got company.
Mark Briscoe.
What?
Oh, you're about to lose again, Mark. It's going to be fun, but you're going to lose.
Is it a foregone conclusion that this is just for Mark to get a good match out of him?
Yeah, Mark's not winning. Mark versus Darby would have been an amazing,
more believable possibility.
You would have believed right. Mark could have won it. Then you'd actually be. Would you have been more sad if Mark didn't win it then?
Yeah. Listen, you have a great angle. They have a history. I know. I love Mark Briscoe, but you got to make me believe. You got to make me believe.
I want to believe he can lose it.
Yeah, you
I lost it there, but no, if I would have.
I lost it.
Look at you standing here. I would have done Andrade. He puts his title on the line versus MJF's. You do that at Forbidden Door. Then MJF wins. Then you get him versus Kenny. He puts both titles on the line versus Kenny. Kenny can win back a New Japan title and be double champ and all of that. MJF just becomes a prick the whole time. Were you just teasing Okada there with the coin drop? But and then you get to All In, and so now MJF's gone through Andrade and Kenny and is double champ between AEW and New Japan, and you have him take on Will Ospreay and Wembley, and you can have Will Ospreay celebrating Wembley, double champ, a New Japan heavyweight champ, and AEW heavyweight champ.
Right.
And oh my God, the tears rain down.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not a terrible idea.
It's better than this.
Right? Why? What are we doing? What are we doing with this? Team Foley versus Team MJF, blood and guts. That actually got some legs, Christopher. I could see that. That makes sense.
Why, though? Why?
They won't do it. Not now. But when they do.
Go ahead.
They generally do it at the end of the summer, right? Like fallish.
That's still bad. That's even worse because then that's after when he might have not been champion and everything.
Oh.
Well, I don't like. So we just took the side quest. We don't need to take another side quest. We just took a detour. Why the fuck are we taking another detour?
Quest, right? Huh? Nick seems disappointed. Maybe a little. Maybe that's the side quest.
No, we just had the side quest with Darby. Now you need to course correct. Then you need to get going.
Yeah. So Mark becomes the focus right now, anyway?
That's what it seems to be.
But I feel like you're right, though, right? Like Kenny's not doing anything with anyone important. Ospreay's not really fucking with anyone important, even though he's on the way to win the Owen, but that feels predictable.
But that's where you get to Wembley. That's what you've got 2 months. So, like I said, you do Andrade and you do MJF. Title over title. Right. Andrade's been fucking with MJF, and Andrade is a New Japan World title. MJF can be a prick. It can be a miserable, insufferable human being being double champ of New Japan.
That's good for New Japan, too. That's not a bad show.
And then he goes and faces Kenny, the king of New Japan, in Canada.
Where does
and beats him again.
In Montreal.
And then you go into Ospreay at Wembley.
So Kenny, Ospreay, no MJF.
MJF wins straight through, and you get MJF after he's beaten Andrade and Ospreay. So he's been running as double champ this whole time, and then you get Ospreay can celebrate because he's been doing double duty in New Japan. Now you can have him celebrate as New Japan champion and AEW champion. He is the most over guy outside of WWE. Book it, Dano.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something there. Like the crowd's not really jumping at this unification.
Because we've seen it. We've seen it. We know how this plays out. Debo, I know you can't beat him.
We know the comebacks. And again, it feels like a stopgap. It feels like sacrificial lamb. And at this point in MJF's career, he doesn't need sacrificial lambs. And really, I feel bad for Briscoe.
Not even in his career, just in the story, because he just got this off of Darby. You don't need to start feeding him, just chicken scratch that he's already had. If anything, right. I almost don't think you feed him anybody for a bit. You let him
I'm okay with that.
Hold court for a minute. If I just had to put my most sacred, valuable thing on the line, hair, why would I want to put everything back on? I just got the Triple B back.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that's...
Oh, who's going to jump in behind?
Oh, my God. Really? There you go, Nick. You're the fan. You deal with this one. I'm not even saying it. But then why do 6 minutes of Briscoe?
Get the horns.
Why do 6 minutes of Briscoe? And again, another heel going after a heel. He needs good guys.
Who Briscoe needs the good guys. Who just wrestled?
Yeah. Yo, funny. You're going to get the horns. Hey,
yeah. But no, everyone in here's a heel outside of Briscoe. Well, and Briscoe just came back.
But why go 6 minutes with Briscoe and then have, this has gone long. This is supposed to make me excited about the new champion, and it has not done that.
Have we shanked Dynamite? We're at 9:12. Can you pull it back? How do we feel? We're an hour and a segment in. How do we feel about Dynamite?
Lukewarm.
You get the horns. Why does he always say his catchphrase, off time with the crowd?
Because now they're chanting for Rouge?
Yeah. This feels like the people who would be facing Darby.
It's going to be Rouge.
It feels like they're being facing MJF for a world title.
No, it will be Rouge versus Briscoe for a title shot, and that's how he's going to get out of this. You two fight each other. Rouge is probably going to beat Briscoe. And again, I don't know if anyone's noticing, there is a complete lack of good baby faces in this fucking company. And the ones that are good are just being treated useless.
No, they like to tiptoe in the gray. You got Ospreay out there with the, Death Riders. Kenny Omega's just in the medical tent every week.
Fucking poor guy. This is too long.
And you're definitely more marketable than him.
That ugly piece of shit over there.
So this is like you said, you're going to do Rouge versus Briscoe. Winner faces me.
A decent cheer for the idea that Rouge could fight tonight. But now you're making
Mark stand there like an asshole. He just fought.
Right? Psych. Oh, fuck.
Fuck me. Because the bull is about to block horns with the devil. I'm wearing a scarf and I don't even like this. Fuck me.
Welcome to Wednesdays.
yeah, I'm getting fucking baptized. But no, this is not how you capitalize on MJF. Just sat there. Why I didn't like Darby and the whole situation is because MJF already went through hell and back with the Texas Death match with Hangman. Fucking blood on the camera, everything. Jack Perry, go screw yourself. I don't care right now. Go ahead.
What is this? Sorry,
I'll let you get back to a good Charlotte song. That's what this is. This is right now the intro to a good Charlotte song. The little thing, they always keep me down.
So when did Luchasaurus become Otto? Hey, little bro.
Hey, bro.
But Jack Perry's going to take on Mark Davis. And he
gets just walking from in the bus to out the bus.
Oh, he's training. He's training for his
big... Rocky, is he the best around?
This must have been Moxley's fucking idea. You ever hear Rockley? Rockley. You ever hear
You ever
Rocky?
hear Rocky Rob? Well, no, this whole fucking show, all of AEW is obsessed with Rocky. They keep trying to do Rocky
Right.
3, Rocky 2, all of this.
Right. Is it fucking hilarious that Punk hated the Rocky idea and didn't want to do it? Never saw Rocky before. Now Jack Perry's doing the Rocky gimmick that Punk didn't want to do.
I'm absolutely. I was already being angry with how you fumbled in MJF after he just won the world title.
Oh yeah, back to that. The show comes on every day.
You took it off of him so Darby could have a feel good story and everything, and then now we go right back to. So now is he doing open challenges? Now MJF's taking on
everybody
Rouge?
can have a match. Nobody has to earn it. I know he won tonight. I know the Harns. I know, but fuck, it's Rouge. No one gives a fuck.
Why don't you say that like a fucking sea captain? The Harns, the Harns, the Harns, they are a calling. Oh, so we're getting Claudio versus Brody.
I honestly, why would you do all that Jack Perry stuff and then go to Claudio versus Brody?
Because Jack Perry's going to be on later tonight.
Fucking stupid. I already had typed in the other names, stupid bastards.
But now this is going to be interesting. This is, I think, going to be a fantastic match. This is where do they salvage it? And listen, I know it's been a little shit. It's been a little airborne. It's been a little wonky. But now we're going to have a really great match.
Yeah, I hope this match should deliver. This match should bang. It's two strong, capable guys. I really want to see this work. But they legitimately, who's going to win? And if you remember leading into Double or Nothing, the Death Riders were mad at the conglomeration. The conglomeration was mad at Callis. They were all mad at the Dogs. And now everything that was happening kind of went like, where'd it go?
It's done. All
Are we
the
done here?
A bit, but now even Brody King versus Claudio, who do you have for this match that advances to take on Swerve? Because I thought this would have been in a different bracket. Would have been interesting if Claudio had to take on Ospreay. A fellow Death Rider has to take on Ospreay to have him advance.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I think that's the way I would have done it because Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis or Jack Perry means shit. You're right, but now what they're going to do here, I think, is Brody finds a way to win and you get a rematch with Swerve, and then he does a job to Swerve again.
Because he's too dangerous. But I'm so dangerous, I got to go pause and yell at the moon because MJF's just caught up in nonsense again. So
don't worry, there'll be lots. There's lots. That's the good thing about this show. It keeps giving.
But it was supposed to be good. Double or Nothing was.
All right, Nick's on a pause for the cause. The show rolls on. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow for TNA. Anthony and Nick will be doing Impact as always, 8:45 p.m. Friday, SmackDown. We're here in the afternoon, 1:45 p.m. SmackDown. I will be here. If you can't watch it during the afternoon, watch our replay when you watch their replay. 4 shows, 4 WWE shows going to Europe. No Canadian teams in the final this year. Wah, wah. Well, I mean, Montreal's not out yet. Toronto's eating it hard right now because we're all butthurt about Mitch Marner. I know somebody brought it up in the chat earlier, but I was on my pause. Yeah, it stings. It stings, but good for Mitchie. Proved a lot of people wrong, and right now he's on pace to be the Conn Smythe winner. So, that's the other part. Like, the Toronto Maple Leafs are like good luck Chuck of hockey. We'll get a player, and then when we're done fucking them, we send them off, and they get better. They bring rewards for the others. Thanks, man, and the others who have subbed to the new page. Appreciate it. You all, YouTube family, for supporting the new venture. Let's go, buddy. It'd be fun to do soccer coverage. Talk a wee footy. Yo, speaking of that, real quick, Geekbox. What is it? I'll come back to it right now. Brody and Claudio are hooking or locked up, hooking up. Great job, KJ. Where is he? I watched the documentary on Vinnie Jones last night, Geekbox. And I'll be honest, I knew the man was a fun actor. Gone in 60 Seconds, love it. Snatch, one of the best movies ever. But yeah, who knew? He's a fucking maniac. I mean, exactly who he is in the movies. But yeah, if you haven't seen the documentary on Vin Jones, go check him out. Vinny! No sell to Jake something. Yeah, nobody gave a flying fudge. To the point where even my partner in crime thought he was fucking Mark Davis. Can't even tell them apart. No one even gave a shit. Dun dun dun. How we doing on a Wednesday? Vinnie Jones is unhinged. I love that guy. Ricky. Yeah, I had no idea he was such a big footballer. I had no idea. That's why Marner is winning the cup. Yeah, it's like the blessing. When you get out of here, you go on to success, right? Kadri did it when they ran him out of town. He went and won a cup with Colorado. Marner's done it. They just keep running people off, and they go do great things elsewhere. Chat, who do you have in this match? Let's see what the chat said. Brody is 50. Claudio 36 and nobody 14. Somebody's got to win, so the favorite is Brody. I think Brody should win this. Claudio, was Brody jacket set on fire? Probably. Probably's the answer. So Rouge goes straight from catering into world title match. Well, he pinned Leo Rush. Doesn't that count, Rance? He pinned little Leo. He won a fatal four-way, my guy. Yeah. And then what's the point? Why have Briscoe come out and have that moment with Briscoe for him to give a match to someone else? Well, it's storytelling, KJ. Then Mark will come, back to it. Yeah, but why then do it? Just have Rouge come out. And then when you're done with Rouge, have Mark come out. But you just had Mark standing in the ring with his thumb up his ass like an idiot. For how long? It doesn't make sense. The booking of the world title is not good, guys. And I know some people want to defend it, and Darby had a killer run. Look at the matches, and da-da-da. Quality over quantity is always the way to go. You're burning out your champions. You're burning out the interest in your champions. Same thing. Kevin Knight is in the back. The first guy you argued with, you turned him heel to fight and argue with heels. Right? Speedball came out and did his thing. You keep the focus on Knight and Speedball. Everyone else doesn't matter. Fuck Kyle Fletcher right now. Knight and Speedball is the focus. Leave them alone. Right? You want to do Roosh and MJF? Let's not even argue the merits of it. Let's just say you want to do it. You decide you're going to do it. Focus on them. There was no reason for Briscoe to be in that ring watching them make a match. And why does Rouge get one and not Mark? Well, Mark just came back from injury, but Mark's got a better resume, I think. So help me make sense of it all. Help me piece it all back together. It's not even criticism, it's questions. What are we doing? And why is your world title feel so wobbly? What's next for Samoa Joe catering? Yeah. I don't know how much longer is left on Joe's contract. But Joe's a guy I could see coming back to the WWE, even if it's on a lesser run, work backstage, get a Hall of Fame nomination at some point. I love Joe. Big fan. You could always run back Samoa, Joe, and Joseph, Roman Reigns. It didn't really get what it should have got the first time, so you have options with a guy like Joe. People are talking about FTR's contract coming up. I don't think they're leaving. I don't think they are at all. But who knows? I just watched Euro Trip. Great movie. Hilarious. Andrade versus Ace Austin match of the year. Scotty doesn't know, right? Scotty doesn't know. Right? Help me out, folks. Tough question. All no, Trish is the GOAT, but who do you think is a close second? It's a good question. I do think, you have to give credit her flowers for what she did. I mean, Lita's always in that conversation. Some fans were Lita fans and not Trish fans. But Lita's in that mix. Of course, like, you want to talk about Natty, but Natty just doesn't have that big moment kind of career. She wasn't the star of the stars. But yeah, I mean, you look at the 4 horsewomen at this point in their careers. Vets now, they're up in the top echelon of it all. But Trish stands alone. I mean, she is the GOAT, and she's still the GOAT, and the GOAT, the Billy Goat.
No, I'm more Baba Black Sheep, my guy. But I very much. There was the Lita contingent of, trust me, she was to a lot of people Trish before Trish. Of
who
I hadn't still even fully comprehended the whole Mark Briscoe of, like, so you just were in the cock seat this whole time of you just watched them make a match before you got a match.
What a bitch!
I already don't agree that you had a match.
Yeah, dude, it's such a bitch move. Like, if we were standing in line at the fucking grocery store and somebody stepped in front of Mark Briscoe or one of us, you'd think you tapped the guy on the shoulder.
The new lane opened up and they just cut you, even though they were 3 people back
like,
to
what
you.
The fuck? What are you doing? Right? But Mark just took it like a bitch. Said they just kind of cucked it out.
But I wouldn't do that with the world title picture. You had this man dragging, Darby's world title that everybody held in such regard through the muck and the mud of.
Ooh.
You didn't have any answer outside of Roosh, outside of Mark Briscoe.
Like, Roosh has been unimportant to Dynamite for 5 years.
Well, yeah. And it's even just, are you continuing with the open challenge of, he just smashes them? Could you?
That's not MJF style, man. He's the devil. Why would the devil get off his throne at will?
Yeah, he literally got carried out on a throne. He literally got carried out on a throne.
Like, if you're going to be the devil, you got to be the guy that dodges fights, that doesn't get in scraps, that does things on your
better
terms.
Than you. Be Roman Reigns before of you beneath me. Why would I fucking have a match with you? Yeah. What are you talking about?
But he says that to Mark, and then because Mark doesn't get any get back, Mark, basically they confirmed Mark's a loser. He doesn't deserve this. Roosh is getting your shot because you suck. Goodbye. And they walked off. Like, nothing for Mark. Like, Mark just thumb in ass.
But pause. I mean, maybe he likes it. I don't know. But even just on the, excluding even Mark almost from this, it's still not good. Like, there is no good resolution to this.
Why?
Then if Mark gets it, so then it's MJF versus Mark again for the 5th time. We would see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a whole series that was good. It was good. I like both guys.
It'll be a good match, but it's not
been there, done it. But that's how few baby faces you have.
But that's how I felt with Darby's reign too, because there were so many people that nobody felt like they were an actual challenge. Like, this guy passed out mid-match.
Yeah.
And took a swanton through a table and still won. Still won. This is why I got scared when his cold was cracked open on a small package. I was like, he could still win it because he's Jesus H. Darby.
Right? As both men just holding each other up right now, wobbling, as we knew this was going to be a big hoss fight tonight. But isn't the other company supposed to be the predictable company? Because I feel like there's a lot of predictability right now in this company.
I honestly want to ask, and I do love this though from Ricky saying this chat is awesome, as we always aim to be. The rest of them may suck, but we never be. But it's also one of those, being honest, How does this Dynamite stack up compared to what we saw? We saw Jesus not only walking on water, he was doing magic tricks when it came to Double or Nothing. And now at this point, he's sunk to the bottom of the ocean, it feels.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're looking
Brody
for substance.
wins.
Brody beats Claudio as expected, I think. I'm assuming
Brody
you would have.
won't be bad.
Well, but they just did it. So how does this play out? Like, they just did it. Swerve didn't they have like a no DQ?
Because I gotta prove I'm more dangerous. I'm more dangerous.
So you can't have a showdown with a guy to prove who the most deadly guy in the company is, the most dangerous man, and then 2 weeks later run it back.
Well, it's very much akin to what you said on Monday Night Raw that I feel like a lot of people that haven't watched wrestling for a bit sleep on is with like Oba saying, I'm gonna kill Brock Lesnar. Like, no, you can't ever say a threat in wrestling that you can't follow up on, because then you just look fucking stupid.
Because even if you do beat him with an inch of his life, you still failed. And that's not the goal.
Yeah, I'm the most dangerous. So what determines, what is the criteria to determine dangerosity?
It was decided that Brody and Swerve are the two most dangerous, and they went from there. And that's it. Swerve got the win, but then lost to Kenny Omega, so that title meant nothing. And I don't mean world title, the name of most dangerous guy, except when the cleaner's in the house, because fuck you. And then, he comes back. His match with, we can talk about him and Bandito, killed it. Like, they had one of my favorite matches of the year.
It's funny to me, and this is again why I think Double or Nothing gets unheralded praise, because even it had more good matches than a WWE show has matches.
Facts. That is a fact.
There were more good matches out of the 14 or something or whatever that was on Double or Nothing. There were more good matches than WWE has on a whole show. So that's what, think about it. We were talking about Double or Nothing beat out a WrestleMania night. Vince McMahon, I know I don't want to wish him into an early grave. I lie. But that man would be turning over if an AEW pay-per-view clearly lapses a WrestleMania night.
I mean, again, it's good. It's good news for them. And again, you want to roll on that. Now, there's been some decent things in here tonight. The thing that's been lacking, and I know that the sickos out there don't want to know this, but this whole 2026, we're killing it. You can't say we're killing it because Double or Nothing was amazing when you had, you can't ignore the 3 weeks of bad TV before it, and then a so-so night
can
tonight.
I just say this, for anyone that wants to say tribal lines or anything, I don't think WWE fans, like the diehards out there saying WWE is killing it, all of this and everything, throughout everything. You can't have it the other way of, oh my God, AEW's just sweeping house. They're the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're just mopping up out here. That's not the case, because you would have seen it. I would have seen something by now that would have told me Double or Nothing would have just been par for the course instead of, Jesus H. Khan walked down. Right.
Nick, as you said, I mean, or as you like to say from time to time, the cream rises to the top. And
oh, yeah. Dig it, brother. The cream always rises to the top. Yeah. Dig it.
Right. So, I mean, again, literally, you have, if you are that good, you will rise. People will notice. They will tell you you're doing a good job, not the other way around. You don't have to tell everyone, look how great we are, or we're the best, we're the best. Like, it's so insecure to always do that, right? Like, we talk about the raw.
Which, by the way, we're the best. We're the best.
We are the best.
We're the best all around. We're the best all around. Yeah.
We do what we do because others can't do what we do. Jokes. But I mean, you get to that point where it's got to be founded. We can say it because we walk it, we live it, we do it. You can't just say shit and then not do it. And that's what a lot of AEW becomes frustrating for me with, is that whole, we said this was the best, so it is the best. And no, make it the best. Make Double or Nothing.
You can get checked at any time, because trust me, we've been checked a time or two and everything of, oh, do you really watch this? Oh, really? I got the files and everything. So yeah, no, it's if you can actually get checked and still, talk it like you walk it.
Holy
As
shit.
I got Copeland out here. All
the fucking pyro.
Now, do
just all
they
smiles.
Winnipeg?
We're getting a 5-second post tonight, by the way. An advertised.
That's going to feel like 2 seconds of them.
Right? There it is.
It's going to be 15 seconds. They'll be like, that was 5, right?
Right. It's funny,
for
though.
those in attendance with flash photography.
Yeah. I felt like we were turning the clock back a little. It's been a while since, like, this Monday, this Wednesday, you're going to get a 5-second pose. Like, that's
but it is also, hey, how can I do it ever so close without getting sued?
Right.
You can't sue a pose.
Can't sue a pose. Christian still playing. I don't mind. Like, I'm still an asshole Christian and stop being an asshole Edge.
But now who do they face as a tag team? This is the thing is now, as WWE, as every company seems to be acknowledging the fact that they have a tag team wrestling issue, like we've called about for 2 fucking years. Who do they face?
I think that's the question we have for all the new champions right now. Who, what?
We've got a lot of bad answers. Maybe we can get a good one.
Yeah, like is Rush a one-off that's leading to the actual angle that you're going to do?
He has to be a one-off. Imagine Rush versus MJF going into Forbidden Door.
I'd love Rush to beat him.
I know I'm on Wednesdays here for the 3 hours. I might be running back to other shows and everything. I got to sit here.
Yeah, you're like, fuck Dynamite. The whole time. You're like, wait, I don't know about this shit, man.
The second I'm like, I'll be here every Wednesday. No, the fuck you won't.
Rehash of WWE lacks creativity. It's a valid point. It's definitely something that's got to be reviewed. But
it's no different than what WCW did. I mean, for crying out loud, that's part of what even made Scott Hall showing up in WCW in the anniversary, by the way, of him showing up in WCW. Relied on because you knew who he was. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
I love it. Love it. Oh, I like this. So Christian comes out and says there's shit.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander type shit.
Well, Christian definitely playing this place sucks Edge, but they're cheering us, and he's like, because I banged their mothers. It's good shit.
What I'm gonna say.
Would this be 11?
Real quick, go ahead.
How many title? If you count all their stuff, I mean, not their their pro level stuff, but I think it's 11.
They're still. It goes out of those 3 that I know you're probably gonna go with. It goes Dudley's, Hardy's, them. Like they're still behind.
Okay, I thought they had more than that, but you're right though.
The Hardys are still winning belts. Fuck is we talking about?
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, where does this one put them now? Do they tie the Hardys? Do they hide? Are they still back?
That's at best. Which even then, the Dudleys clear them by like 6.
Right. AEW just had Jake Doyle return during a random brawl and not a single person noticed, nor did the commentary team mention it. I know. I was just coming back. And I saw it in the chat. And I'm like, Jake who? And they're like, no, Jake something.
I had to come back because with MJF showing up, and I'm like, I just need to acknowledge I had no idea even. That's going to be, hey, Geekbox, that's going to be the first anti-reaction you've ever had on your channel. No one's going to know who the fuck is that guy. That clip of just, it starts off with who the fuck is that guy, and everybody not knowing and calling him somebody else.
100%. If Geekbox, you can hear us, I think that would be jokes of just the moment when he comes out and everyone's just like eating, like not paying attention. Not even.
There's gonna be some streamer that is just their chair on the screen, not looking at anybody that starts with an M or anything. But right.
And then you put crickets in it and like question mark.
No, that's just when you cut to that and you just do who the fuck is that guy?
That guy.
I want at least a producer's credit.
I was off my
at least we'll share it on the channel.
Right. Yeah, no shit. I was watching Ruth wrestling in the Ruthless Aggression era, and most of the fans were like healthy. They had muscles. They looked good and clean. Single person in the crowd looks the same. This is a niche market.
Well, but no, fair enough. I was like, wait, hold on. I thought you were going to go a different way with that.
But you remember, like, I mean, even in the heyday and even through Ruthless Aggression a little bit. But I mean, you see these shows, but I remember like Shawn Michaels music would hit and you would just hear screams, right? Like, someone would come out, there would be like the women were there to cheer on. They wanted to see their favorite wrestlers.
Well, we've got a satchel. Are we going to get...
They got disposable cameras. Jesus
For those
Christ,
in attendance with flash photography. That's clever.
They have to explain how to use it. I listen.
Exactly. So, for anyone that still has a 19 in their birth certificate or their date certificate, trust me. Anytime I get carded, I was like, you can tell just because I got a 19 in the front, I'm good.
Right.
But anybody out there that doesn't have that, there used to be these things called Kodak cameras, or that was the main camera and everything.
Fuji.
So where you could click down and then have that do a little scroll wheel.
Look,
dial.
He's got more. This is taking forever. They should have had security hand them out, like ring hands. Hand them out.
They should have been holding it up and celebrating with it when they were saying, for those in attendance with flash photography, I'm
just excited as an old fuck to see disposable cameras. Like, you used to just go buy them and you'd have to take them and... the dogs.
They get jumped by the dogs.
Just...
Is it a suited and booted requirement for AEW? Because you go from... Everybody's suited from David Finlay to Kyle Fletcher, and then you get Eddie Kingston, who looks like he just got off someone's BMX pegs.
I love that you said pegs. So they're taking out the champs. So how do you feel about this?
He's going to shillelagh. Now, I do like you're seeing all the fucking cameras go off as they're shillelaghing this kid man. So not bad. Interessante.
Right. Look.
As Coach did he pass away?
Then they put the stairs on Christian's arm.
Oh.
Those are heavy stairs, Nick.
10 pounds of aluminum.
I don't care how much it weighs. That sucks.
Yeah, but so did Copeland pass away?
Yes.
What happened to him?
He did. He's in the ring.
What did he get hit with?
A shillelagh. So how do we feel about the dogs just step in? The dogs were kind of lost in the shuffle at the Stadium Stampede. They waked up. They woke up this week and said, we want to go after gold. So here we are. Surprise.
I mean,
it's big. The crowd's pissed.
We did ask who they were going to face, so I can't fully hate it. I'm just surprised at who it is.
At least it's guys that I can understand could be world tag champs. It's not Roosh.
Valid.
That's the only, like, if this was Top Flight, we'd be fighting, we'd be yelling again. But the fact that at least the dogs are top guys.
And hey, we're going into Forbidden. We're going into Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
So you've got the New Japan tie. How many people actually from New Japan or people who used to work in New Japan show up at Forbidden Door?
Bro, well, that's a good question. Like, AEW is going to have to lend New Japan their talent back so they can do this pay-per-view.
Show back up, yeah.
Put them on loan. That's kind of funny.
Clark Connors is just Australian Dolph Ziggler.
Jokes and accurate.
Your new 5-second pose. Pop him up. Chop him up. Weekend at Bernie's the shit out of him.
I wish that was Mark Davis's new gimmick. He always bandaged and just wandered around. It would be great.
The Yeti. Well, then we would have been actually been able to distinguish between him and Jake something.
Right. Oh, as he a disgusting
so they go from
assault.
The old long hair guys to the new long hair guys.
I can be okay with that a little. I don't hate that nearly as much as Roosh and Mark Briscoe. As Swerve in the back.
Well, that was trash. That whole situation of that made me want to fucking hand in my sickle card.
It's funny because a lot of people as of late have been like, Nick's becoming a sicko. Nick's the sicko guy.
I've been the sicko. I've been the corporate guy. I've been called sicko and a corporate within the same constrained by the same audience. I don't understand it.
Right. Nick's like, AEW's doing all right. We get him on stream. He's like, this is fucked. It's all fucked.
I'm a truther. Well, it's the Dynamites. The Dynamites are the issue. Boom goes the Dynamite. And unfortunately, it's booming in my face. Pause.
And I'll be like, truthfully, like for people that think there's bias, like this is just as bad as Raw. It's not worse or better. It's about the same as Raw.
Someone asked me, honestly, my favorite men's singles feud right now, like storyline right now in pro wrestling. And I actually had to really kind of question and think about it a bit and everything. Because even at Roman versus Jacob, as much as I love that it's a dream match and we're getting tribal combat, I know who wins. I know how this plays out. There's no anything I can break it down. There's nothing that's super. Brock versus Oba might be the most up in the air, but I don't even think we needed to get there. So that's the thing.
I love Christian Cage right now. Again, and they took him out. So what does this mean for the champs and Swerve? I guess putting everybody on notice. A little bit of a yawn from James. TJ's back. We saw that the other day.
What their music starts off like a fucking arcade machine starting up. TJ.
Well, that's
what?
Right. Fucking jokes. All right, so at
what
10,
are moms waiting in line for the tanning bed at Planet Fitness?
Nick, I'm maybe not the best mathematician. Is this the main event spot of Dynamite tonight?
Fuck.
No Will Ospreay.
Why? No, it can be because this is not going to last longer than 5 minutes.
Is this the first time?
Enhancements.
This might be the first time of the night.
Oh, who? You have to designate. Is that Allie Catch?
It is Allie Catch.
Hey. Well, now I feel bad because Allie Catch should just win this match on her own. She's the best wrestler out of all four of them.
Allie Catch, the best wrestler in this match by a mile. But yeah, it's good to see Allie. She made a stop at Ring of Honor. She coming back from that broken leg. She's really built herself back up. One of the most popular women on the indie scene prior to breaking her leg.
And done and dusted she had her last match with Effie, so out of GCW. Because we actually watch the indies, unlike a lot of other people out there. We are actually recognizing jobbers because they actually are talented as shit.
Right? Who's the other lady? She looks familiar as well. It's not Shaza, is it? Somebody help me.
She's a ginger, so I almost halfway thought it was Isla Dawn. I think she's just an Isla Dawn cosplayer.
But no.
Honestly, Allie Catch versus Anna Jay.
The badass. This is not everybody can be a badass. So Anna Jay and Tay come back and dominate and end that match instantly. I know it was going to be a squash match. It doesn't exactly show me that these ladies can wrestle.
No, it shows posteriors, and honestly, now I just want more Allie Catch.
Anna Jay
is this just one of those of, hey, remember Anna Jay was supposed to go to WWE? No, she's not.
What?
He looks like a fucking science teacher on a public access show. There is not a fucking ball drop between all two of them. There is not a bass tone to be had between Speedball or Kevin Knight. You want to show who can go? Then what do you know?
Those two could have an argument in a library and not get a shush. It's crazy. But Mike Speedball says all the things like you made your choice. I want you in a match 1-on-1. But I don't know when it's going to be. It's just we're going to get Kevin Knight and Bailey, which should be the long-running angle, the long-running program that they do.
Because you should do Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita, because that's who the fuck he turned on. Because it's almost like, holy shit, we all watched this show, Tony. A lot of us watched this show, Tony. We all know what happened last week. You can't pretend that didn't happen and some of this happened. Have Kyle Fletcher versus Takeshita, Speedball, Kevin Knight. Have feuds that don't always have to cross streams.
No, 100%. Now, here we are. It is 9:51 on a Wednesday. Generally, we believe that the last 15 to 20 minutes generally is the main event spot of your weekly show. Now, we do know Collision's coming up, so maybe Tony's actually listening again. And did Tony save some better stuff for Collision? But your main event, not even your main event, but we're 9 minutes away. We're in commercial. Like, what are we doing? Are we the Fed around here? What are we doing?
What, though, has he advertised between or besides Mark Davis and Jungle Boy outside of the whole rest of the show? Oh, the street fight.
That's the main event.
That's your main event.
So you're saving that. I mean, I told him to make these shows feel special and give us a reason to stay long.
But you haven't talked about the speed. You haven't talked about the street fight the entire fucking show.
No, they
haven't. You could do one of those if you're gonna make it. It has to feel like a connected show. You can't do it like it's Dynamite and then Collision. Right. I know to you and to people on HBO Max, it'll start off like two different shows.
Oh shit! I gotta go search
one fucking thing.
Thank you for reminding me. I have to actually do something in about.
Trust me, I was there with the HBO Maxes. I finally found that YouTube TV is the only way that it just lets it ride.
They let it run. Damian, I thought the Young Bucks versus Edge and Christian. The Young Bucks were involved in that whole scenario, and so the booking is not organized. They need divisions. You kind of got to know who the 4 or 5 teams or individuals that are going after each belt, and then usually fighter 5 to 10 are all pissed off at each other and having matches to climb up the ladder. But there is no merit system in this company.
You're an asshole.
And start with Jack Perry. Oh yeah, fucking 130 pounds.
Mania running wild with Jack Perry. But no, you're an asshole if you remember stories that they've forgotten, and you're an asshole if you don't understand the stories that they pulled out of their ass to fucking run with. That's the thing, is there is no in between with it. If you want continuity, how dare you ask for that? You don't just get it. You don't get it. You don't watch it. If you don't understand the continuity that they've built onto themselves, you're an idiot. You don't get it.
Yeah, the whole "you're an idiot, you don't get it" thing is just it's a cop out, and I mean that generally makes me feel pretty good about that kind of scenario, because I'm like, all right, well, at least I know you're an idiot, and we can't talk about it. We're going back to the Stadium Stampede again. What do they show? They show the fucking dogs who just took the world title, world champs, getting their ass fucking beat. That's great. Yeah, the Bucks, I don't know what they're gonna do now. Like, everything's so messy. There's just no clarity to all of this. And you talked about trying to sell us on the street fight. They could have given us more about that, maybe a package, like instead of Roosh 3 times and Speedball twice and Kevin Knight 3 times. And like, it's just a lot of you got so many people.
Beat us over the head with the same shit, but it's also right. So he's just doing the Triple H because his hair's not even wet. But it's just, it feels like Stadium Stampede should have been the finality for a lot of this, and it's the finish for none of it.
Yeah,
it was just a speed bump.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. I mean, I think now they made it clear that like Jericho buries Ricochet and we move on, and now it's Ciampa, Jericho, and I have a feeling that Ciampa's going to take an L to Jericho as well as Mark Davis jumpstarts this.
Why did you not have Mark Davis like this in New York and do Mark Davis escapes from New York like fucking Snake Plissken with the fucking eye patch and everything? I know I'm very much dating myself because I'm mentioning movies that pretty much came out the year I was born. But
yeah, you kind of are. Nico the Sicko.
Yakko the Wacko.
But are the top dogs top guys? Because I couldn't tell from what I was seeing weekly television. That you're right. Based on the current booking, no, they haven't felt important. They haven't felt top. But the good news is they can be. Like if they go in if you do something good with Edge and Christian, they can be. But Jack Scott Davis's eye patch.
Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can hear you.
Bangarang, Peter.
Who's friends with the Bucks because he can't see?
Right.
Tope, another tope. Hey, what do you say?
All right, I'm gonna use the little boys' room
and I set sail for the briny seas.
Right, my back teeth are floating, bro.
Fair enough. As KJ is taking a pause, I think we're about to get a pause as Jack Perry with a tope on a Mark Davis, not Mark Briscoe, because heaven forbid that almost would have made sense too. Of why is he involved in this instead of just watching people make a world title match around him? But we are on commercial break right now, or picture in picture at least. But we're pretty much at the main event hour, the end of Dynamite. And I want to ask, and this is again polling the audience, so we're not biased. This is not influence. This is not anything. This is the general consensus elective out here. How do you feel Dynamite stacks up to Double or Nothing? Has it carried the momentum? Has it kept you intrigued? Has it sat there? And if you started watching AEW because of Double or Nothing, are you continuing to watch it after at least Dynamite tonight? Because normally this would be about where you kind of end. Maybe a couple minutes after, like this would be your last match tonight. Wrestle Rants Bro is actually crazy that every week we complain about Mike Bailey, Mike skills, yet every week they're getting more and more mic time. It's especially though, even with Kevin Knight turning heel, I did like at least a little bit initially when the crowd was booing him, and I going back and forth with him. I initially said I can do this all night, but if he just sat there like KJ kind of said, just sat there and went silent. It didn't even Roman Reigns. They made him out of my hand. I'm taking the title from MJF there. It's in my hand. And just be quiet and just let them fucking boo. That would have been an actually really cool moment. And then you get Speedball, which we know is going to be the feud. But why do they look like? They look like two members of the HOA fucking arguing about whose parking spots what kind of vibe. Like there doesn't feel any sort of personal issue. Nobody has any fucking bass or seriousness in their fucking tone or anything. I'm not trying to act because I got all the deep voices and everything, but nobody, and that's great at a promo. Everybody needs a mouthpiece, and that doesn't work when you've got two people that need a mouthpiece. Pause. Christ almighty, this Applebee's commercial getting me hungry. Lad. Oh, we're following up with BK, but hashtag not sponsored. But be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Be a friend, tell a friend for all the pro wrestling out there. Trust me, We're just getting started out here. We got you covered for all the live European dates and everything. Some channels might be out there. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll do it later in the day. We got you covered live and direct in full effect out there. And we're going to be out there with the paisans, the parmesans. I'm going to be the most Italian-American person on screen, I think, during that whole show, because no Nikki Bella, no Liv Morgan, no none of that, no none of that, no Giovanni Vinci, no Italians at Clash in Italy, except for me. But be a friend, tell a friend, make sure you hit that subscribe. We're ever so close to 11K, and I know we're still lining up where we're gonna get the tattoos and everything, but we're starting to consider what's going to be the next hurdle we got to climb over up there. I still want to keep pushing him. Anthony's got to watch Austin Powers. I'll be his emotional support buddy. Watch the Austin Powers with him. But we're back at it like a jackrabbit as Davis choking, Jungle in the corners. I got a cough, hit the button. But yes, we're back at it tomorrow for Thursday night of Do We Get the Wicked Garden? We're getting the championship challenge tomorrow night, to where every champion is going to be taking on every challenger. And again, TNA has been a bit under fire of, is it really holding its place? Has it really, is it all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows out there in Impact Land? Or is it a little bit more, we're putting on a bit of a false bravado? 11K, you have to prop Anthony's Island. No, we're not going to clockwork orange this man. That's fucking cruel and unusual punishment. We can't do that out there. But almighty, what did Mark take off the eye patch? Wait, yes, he did. Well, he took it off. Well, so Jack Perry took it off, and then Mark took it off, and then apparently he just never fucking needed it ever again. So continuity. But yeah, good call. But yeah, it was initially, I think, Jack Perry who took it off and was trying to be Patchy the Pirate out there with it. As Jack breaks up the count. Holy shit, there was a fucking actual 10 count going on in AEW. It was like watching a fucking, shooting star going by. Oh, Mark Davis and Jack Perry train blows out on the apron out here. They were setting up for pile driver. Oh, pulls out of it. Who do you got for this match? I know Mark Davis just won the Hurricane Rana just won the national title off of moonsault off of Jack Perry, Jack Perry very much looks like he just came out of Phoenix with, or New Mexico with Ken Walter. We got to cook, Jungle. We got to cook, Perry. Two count. Got that one already. Will Dave Meltzer signed W talent from NXT? Who's what now? Alan? No. I'm surprised, actually, that I even asked if there was a way to listen to the Wrestling Observer without Dave, of just, can I listen to a selective audio of just Brian, which even that's not great, but at least he has two brain cells to click together. And the amount of people that were like, yep, here you go. Here's edited out of had ways to chop out Meltzer. And everything. This man sat there and tried to put himself over that he could show up in Hawaii at a fruit stand and the fucking clerk is knees shake, arms shaking, mom's spaghetti, all of that, because it's Dave Meltzer. Oh my God. Oh, back by the drop. Jack Perry for the win. Montreal finna lose. They need to come back. I'm not sure on the score. 3-0 Carolina, end of second. Fair enough. Well, I'm more okay with Carolina. Of Carolina versus Vegas sounds really interesting as a Stanley Cup final. Two very kind of tilt-a-whirl face buster from Perry on and Davis on the outside. But Carolina versus Vegas feels very much like two non-hockey cities having the Stanley Cup final, which is sometimes a blessing and a curse, because we'll see how that goes. Oh, calamity, as Excalibur calls it, as he can suplex brainbuster this man out of his shoe. As I cut to picture in picture. But yes, Jack Perry has been busted out of his shoe. Pause. Bash, I've been watching TNA more since it went to AMC. Fair enough. And I asked this to, I think, Anthony last week, and I do still kind of hold bait on the question of how do we feel like the TNA expansion, excursion experience on AMC's really worked out? Has it? Do we need an actual shakeup in the creative team? I don't think we need a Scott D'Amore back, but do Delirious and Tommy Dreamer need to go? Do we need somebody to mix it up in that creative room? Can you keep doing what you were doing that got you the AMC deal? Now that you've got the AMC deal that doesn't exactly seem to be working, like, it gets interesting. TNA is in, I don't want to say in the mud, but they're in this interesting spot of, I don't want to fully confirm, NWA's numbers, but they seem more into that slot when I thought they'd be more giving AEW a run for their money, and I don't think that they're catching that anytime soon. Evan, Nick face expressions. Well, there you go. Trust me, I'm animated. I don't even mean to be. As I do see 94 people kicking it with us. Let's see if we can get up to that triple digits out here on a Wednesday night of, again, falling off of Double or Nothing. We're already in the overrun for a Dynamite, at least, as we go in right into Collision out here. So let's see, how does AEW answer? How does AEW, try and keep all of those alleged new fans that they brought in? Yes, hit that like, be a friend, tell a friend. I almost want to say we're out there. What are we at right now? I think we're in the triple digits. We're at 149 likes out there. So let's see. We got almost 100 people with us. Let's see if we can start matching out, likes for views and everything. Let's get, triple digits across the board, but even at least throw a 1 and we get a 150 out there. As we're at, think about 300 away from 11K. Let's see if we can just get all those mythical numbers out there. Big forum from Mark Davis. Jake something. You know, I just call him Jake something now to make up for thinking he was Mark Davis before. But Brainbuster, picking him up in a superplex. I like it a lot. Ain't nobody got time for that Collision. Clash of previews in 7 minutes. Well, that might be the same time this match is done, my guys. So you might be, are you Tony Khan? Guillotine choke? No. DDT, like just a straight up old school DDT from the Brett's rope, middle rope, most dangerous rope out there. But Jack Perry with just a straight up old school DDT on a Mark Davis. I'm counter program Collision. Well, my intestines are counter booking me saying words, but no, 100%. I'm still, so the most we got to look forward to on Collision is Street Fight. Now, do you start Collision with that because you don't know when it's going to go? So you just let it fucking run. Oh, sliced bread. 1, 2. Appreciate you, my guy. Spaz new podcast premiere. Will Ospreay. This is when you just say, open a second tab. Will Ospreay, Moxley, Pac, and the Rascals is a very interesting match. Is that still going to actually happen on Collision, like that. I've heard no mention of that. 2 count, 2 count. Yeah, Collision started 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so we're just. I'm not. It was funny. If KJ might be trying to find it. Yeah, I scroll down on my YouTube TV and it's AEW Collision regular pile driver. Oh, duh. 2 count, 2 count. Is this the main event? How's that? I don't know. We've allegedly going to get a 6-man tag. We've still got to get a street fight out here. So now imagine what would it be if this wasn't for the Owen, if this was just for the title? If this was your title match, how would have that felt? Would it felt different? I feel like it would have. Boston, I guess this is just a 3-hour Dynamite, no Collision. No, I scroll down. Collision this Saturday night. No, I scroll down and it says AW Collision. I don't know how, I can't screen share from a different monitor and a different whole computer out here. But yeah, I don't think we're getting a Saturday Collision. We're getting a 3-hour.
No, this is it. It's right on the thumbnails. It's right on the ad for their callouts.
But they double dipping on a Collision. I don't know.
Oh, maybe, but I don't think so.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I don't believe that is.
At that point, you're already there. You might as well just.
I was coming. I was just trying to slow to the buttons. I've been slowing down.
The Wizard of Oz out there. Kevin Nash, the all-powered, mighty, powerful Oz.
A decent match. Probably match than. No.
I just said it right before you popped in. Would this have been better if this wasn't in the Owen, if this was just for the title?
Well, you have champions that you can have stories for your belts outside of your, this is where you give guys the chance that haven't had an opportunity, that aren't the guys that we see all the time. Surprise me. Put some other people in this tournament. Like, if you think Daniel Garcia, it's a bad example, but if you think he's so good, give him a chance. Or if, Ciampa in this might work. Or, that's where Rouge goes and maybe gets some big wins, some good wins.
Yeah, well, you already had Mark Davis. Mark Davis is only win since he's been in the past 2 years in AEW was over Jack Perry for the title. And now you could have just had this as the rematch for it.
Mm-hmm. I don't slipping.
Oh,
on his bowls. On the bowls.
Tennis bowls. Oh, twisting or pile driver.
Big pop. This match is getting. Oh, and he beat him.
Mark Davis is fucking good. Mark Davis is good.
Jack Perry.
So then we get
the end of Dynamite.
Copyrights.
So you got to keep me abreast of the scenario as I switch platforms.
Right or left?
Left. I'm a lefty.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I think I grabbed my left. Might be your right, but yeah. I'll keep you a toot of this. As now, Renee, what are you, Joe Rogan? You got to ask the post fight after you got knocked out. How does it feel that you got your ass whooped? Well, I wish I could have done a little bit better.
TK consistently confusing people who watch every week is actually impressive. The fact that we watch every minute of their programming in some way, shape, or form and still have questions of when, where, why, how.
Ooh.
It's crazy with some of the. You're right. It's literally impressive that we're wait, what is happening now? Half the chat thinks it's done at half the chat thinks it's Saturday. We all should know the same thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I like this though. We'll shout out James Paul, Lowell, KJ, but Anonymous Nick. What size audience do you think watches both AEW and WWE? Our audience. I think AEW fans watch both, while most WWE fans just watch WWE or no wrestling. That is an actual interesting thing because I saw somebody that said with did a comparable of Logan Paul and Will Ospreay. You go to AEW fans, how do you feel about Logan Paul? Gonna hate him,
Right.
You go to WWE fans, how do you feel about Will Ospreay? Who?
Yeah, there is a very big difference with that, and we do know, there is a chunk, a good percentage of the people out there that absolutely hate WWE and never miss a minute, which is crazy.
Yeah, I can't hate watch. Like, even the ops, I can't hate watch. Can't be bothered. Can't be doing it.
No, I mean, there's a limit, right? Like, I mean, unfortunately.
Why does Rocky Romero look like the main character from Miami Vice? From GTA Miami
Rapungi
Vice?
Vice, that's why, bro. Same thing.
What?
Rapungi Vice. So there you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kyle Fletcher out here. I know I got the pink shirt a little bit, but I mean, he is going to be. He's to me a fundamental piece of AEW going forward. Him, Takeshita, MJF, Ospreay. You can throw in a swerve like that. I got a 5. I don't have a 4. I have a 5. But those are all your integral pieces going forward.
Yeah, you need these moving pieces, and you need to look forward. That's why I was a little disappointed with what happened with Ricochet tonight, because he does get heat. We might not always agree with his decisions, or his choice of words or whatnot. But
no, it's really weird because this crowd, nobody fucking cares. This is so. I know it's Philadelphia, and we're 10-15 into a show, but nobody fucking cares. This crowd ain't reacting, ain't moving, ain't doing nothing.
No, I mean, like us. Like, I got Kyle Fletcher in the ring, right?
Yeah, I got him cutting a hole in Passion promo, but again, they hug it out with Don Callis and everybody, and you see nobody move.
Right. I could see Kyle Fletcher as like a villain in a James Bond movie.
No, he's the under-villain. He's the villain you have to get to the
That's
main
fair.
guy.
Yeah,
he's not the main villain.
Especially because he's younger, right? He's a star, but you got to start making the Kyle Fletchers, the Swerve Stricklands, the Will Ospreays, the MJFs. You got to make them feel above people. Like, you got to have some rank and file to this because they all feel on the same level. And that's why Mark Briscoe can come out. And that's why Roosh can show up. Because, again, there is really no merit system. And they need that. They're going to start turning. If they want this. Sorry, Nick. If they want this company to level up, they need legitimate stars that can cross into mainstream a little.
That was my entire issue with Darby's world title reign. For as much as everybody loved it and everybody praised it, I knew how it was going, and he didn't take on anybody that actually felt like a threat. It's been the same issue I had with Cody. You have to take on somebody that actually feel like could beat you for it. Outside of that, what you just is a cool match at best.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, aliens. Give him, about another 45 minutes or so before you abduct him.
So one of the most important questions a man can ever be asked. Do you need a refill?
Oh, fair enough.
Do you need a refill?
The answer is always yes.
Let's go. Everything about this match, Paul. What's that?
I said you always need to top off in one way or another.
Amen. I love Paul's enthusiasm. I will give you that, Paul. You're very enthusiastic.
Passionate.
I like it. Do you think
Kyle Fletcher's a Lego kid, a fucking tablet kid? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think Kyle Fletcher's ever going to get away from Callis? Is he ever going to get away from the TNT title? Couldn't, with him,
he's in Braun Breaker. He's in Braun Breaker and the Callis' division.
Mm-hmm.
If you just did Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis, those two, why is he part of the conglomeration?
Wait, is he? No.
Catch the spot on his, unless he's just doing them of I got friends.
I got your back because remember they kidnapped Orange Cassidy. Long-term storytelling, Nick.
He kidnapped him and he came back. No one asked for any ransom. Nobody had any notes on him. He just showed up back again.
Okay,
They
so
gave him back away.
But again, this is where Mark Briscoe. Don't you have bigger fish to fry? Oh wait, no, you don't.
Kanosuke Takeshita, don't you have bigger fish to fry? Kanosuke Takeshita should be out there challenging an MJF.
Takeshita's like, I am the bigger fish, motherfucker. Catch me.
Mark Briscoe.
And then after all that extended stare down, the heels run away. Rinse and repeat. White Sox win. Shout out, Sonny. For a second, I thought KJ was in Nick's head. I thought we were hearing the voices like Randy Orton.
I hear voices in my head. And trust me, I do. They just don't. Normally, they're not audible. If they're audible, please let me know, because that's when it's alarming.
A couple times now, the voices in my head do sound like you. I think just residual at this point. Proximity, motherfucker.
Echoes. It's like one of those. When you're in a band and you're by the speaker the whole time, and then you get off stage, you just hear the echo.
You deserve a chance breakout, by the way. So Takeshita now cuts a promo. A little bit of, I don't know if I would be doing this 20 minutes into this part of the show. Maybe just keep the action going. Keep us awake.
This should have been in place of the Fatal 4-Way, and you shouldn't have had the conglomeration and the peripherals. It should have been, I won, I came back. I thought we were brothers. I thought we were friends, and you showed up and stabbed me in the fucking back.
There's a 6-man on Dynamite.
Yep.
Next week.
Was it on Dynamite or is it up next?
Oh, is that what they advertised was up next? Sorry.
No, next week.
Will Ospreay. Nick, we're both big fans of Will, right? Like, could you imagine pick a main eventer on the other side of the row? Cody Rhodes, right? When all these people freak out, oh, can you believe so and so did a main event match? Well, Will Ospreay gets saved for Collision. Is that not similar?
And a 6-man is why didn't you help me? Like, Will Ospreay is supposed to be the guy in the company. This is if Roman Reigns was out there tagging with Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso, and he's the one getting told the match is about to happen right now.
Right? Again, like for anyone out there who's like, this rhetoric is hateful towards AEW. It's not like I think we all see what Will.
I'm mad you're starting your starting players playing third position.
You saved them for the third quarter. You're already down by 10.
You got your best player on the bench. I'm playing my starting shooting guard on the second team.
Yeah, like why not end Dynamite with this, and you get the big pop for Ospreay, and it bleeds into Collision. And then do Jack Perry instead of a 15-minute promo.
This is what we worried, though, is because, again, when you're doing a Dynamite and a Collision, when you do 3 hours, overall, what they could have done, mushed into 2 hours, would have been phenomenal. You end this as your main event. You have just Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita kind of promo. You miss the Fatal 4-Way. Maybe you miss Roosh and Mark Briscoe and all of that nonsense. You just have MJF celebrate. If you mushed it down into 2 hours, you have a good show. But because you've got to make it 3 hours, I don't know.
Yeah, and again, just little details. Like I feel like he's listening in the sense of, he did put a good match technically on paper at the end of the night, right? I mean, and again, it's more. It's going to be a street fight, so we don't have to sit and watch technical wrestling. We're going to watch some carnage late on a Wednesday night. I'll give them some flowers for that. But again, the structure.
You still haven't advertised it. You still haven't mentioned that show. You haven't mentioned the main event of 3 hours, and we're a half hour away. What are you doing?
I know we talked a lot about advertising lately, and you're right. They should be talking about it for sure.
Folks, make sure you tune in. Make sure you stay late. Well, I know Dynamite's about to go off the air, but coming up when we come out of the Dynamite, we're going into the Death Riders taking on and so and so and so and so, and then we're going to end tonight in a Philadelphia street fight. Almost should you have had the street fight start off because you don't know when it's going to end. But then again, hey, we got to have runovers.
Well, that's the funniest thing is you're now doing runovers into your own show. Like that's you that you're running into, bro. Like you don't need to do that. But
kicking my own ass. Do you mind?
Right. But ultimately, I mean, I don't mind. Like, save some good stuff. But you want a guy like Ospreay to be prominent on your flagship. I think that's undeniable. Anyone out there that says it's not a big deal, to me, you don't get it. Like that. To me, that's a moment of, again, marquee guys should sell your flagship.
But this is though where I ask, should Collision go the way of a Rampage? Should it go the way of a Dark? Is it going to go away the Dodo Bird? Of even when there's the purchase of, I know that, renewal contracts and everything to be discussed, but do you get to just Dynamite and just Ring of Honor?
It depends who you ask and what day of the week it is.
True.
It's so weird.
You were here every week. Are the Rascals over, or are they just
MIA?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Collision, they've done some stuff, minimal stuff. I keep saying, dear Tony Khan, I wrote you ain't calling, but you literally have an opportunity with the landscape of things. You bring in New Day, you bring in MCMG, you have the Rascals, you have the Bucks, you have so many really good, talented teams that you could put in the mix and have the best tag team division in the world, and not just say it, but actually have it. Like, there's an opportunity there.
But are they not just ready-made to be in the trios division? You have Myra, you have all of them. Trios, I get the tag team division, but I mean, that's the way you can save Cope and Christian and have them be in the trios division. You have the Rascals, literally, wiggity, all of that.
I would almost vote that they get rid of the trios belts. Like, there's no substance to it, and it just you pillage your own tag team division to make a trios division, and we've seen it be a mess.
Which belt would you get rid of first? And I know I'm about to take a pause. Would you rather get rid of the trios belts or the Continental Classic? Which one?
The trios, because the Continental Classic, at least it's a tournament.
But is it partial? Then you got like 3 mid-card belts and everything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a belt. The Continental Classic should be a trophy that you celebrate. You can carry it around if you're a heel, but it shouldn't be a belt. It's like a belt that you defend. And yeah, you win the belt, and then you got to go back in the tournament to keep your belt. What?
But you can defend it outside of the tournament and everything.
What? Then it doesn't matter who goes into the tournament as champ. So just drop the silly shit. So,
well, speaking of dropping the silly shit, I'll be back.
The silly shit. He said silly. He did 100%. I heard him. But folks, the show rolls on. If you're still here, we appreciate you. Lots of people hanging out, which I love to see. The Death Riders now. Remember, there's tension between Pac and Ospreay, and I mean the Pac and Ospreay. We know what they could do if those two men got booked together. So, very interesting that they're selling us on this dislike. But Moxley's here now. I saw Moxley already tonight, didn't I? Was there a Moxley moment tonight, or am I hallucinating?
Yes,
I think I made it up.
When he was devil on the shoulder, and you actually praised him.
Oh, that's when we saw him. Okay, so anyway, I was like, are they giving Moxley literally 2 matches on the same night? But let's go, Evan. How you doing? Thank you, Nick. I don't think I ever heard Mark Davis talk. Occasionally, and I know I saw some people talk about it in the chat, like when him and Kyle Fletcher were together, and they were part of the EU. They were great, UE. But they were great. They were solid. They were strong. They were tag team champs. Injuries kind of took them apart, and then Kyle Fletcher started to really stand out as a star, as a solo star. But there's talent to Mark Davis. He can wrestle. It's agile for a big man. Again, it's just we got to place these guys and start making. If you have a special talent, if you have the ability, as everybody over the top, everyone flying around now, little bit of a clap from the crowd. So I think we're going to pitcher and pitcher, proto star. But yeah, I mean, you have Mark Davis can wrestle. He's just been booked like kind of, he lost all the time. Then he gets a win. It's for the belt. Then he gets another win, and what a finish that was. I like Mark Davis a lot. WWE fans, watch AEW. Look who we are. WWE. Wait, what? Help me make sense of that. Are you saying the WWE fans watch AEW? I do believe some. I think, again, the percentage. I think when AEW had its largest audiences and the people were filling arenas the way we saw on Sunday, but when they were doing that for Dynamites and Collisions and Rampages, I think you had a lot of overlap. I think there was a bigger amount of overlap. When the product kind of started tailing down and WWE kind of went on that run, that's where you saw that kind of group jump back to the WWE. I do feel like more fans from AEW watch WWE as much as they outright say they hate it. I really do believe that it's a secret number. They never admit it, but a lot of them have like if you're going to have the strong opinion that you have and put it out there, you're going to have to watch the show, aren't you? Fletcher, oh my God, sign Mont. It's easy now, cowboy. Sign them all. Mega big. Fletcher is Crockett. Fletcher out here dressed like the modern Calvin Candy. There you go. Modern Calvin Candy. Boston feeling it tonight. Kyle Fletcher looks like a star. You got to make him a star. Fletcher dressing like Farnsworth Bentley. Let's go. Talks a little bit like him too. Life too short to hate watch. I think AEW is amazing. If it didn't have weekly TV, the show booked like an indie show that doesn't have weekly TV. Yeah, I mean, I think I caught all, you lost me a little in the end, but I'm gathering. I agree with you. Like, I've been watching AEW from the beginning, and I want it to be good. And a lot of times my criticisms are comparing AEW to itself, what you used to have, what you used to do, who's in the right spots, your own internal stuff, more than the competition stuff. You're always going to play the comparable game. We try not to, but it happens. You have to. It's just the way it works. But ultimately, I think AEW has positives. Their weekly shows need cleaned up, but there is signs of potential hope. They have a lot of talent that helps keep the product hot. But I feel like AEW in a way is, like a fire with a ton of embers. It's just all kind of embers, all kind of just sitting there. And you need someone to fan those flames and really start a fire. And Tony's trying. Sometimes I feel like he's throwing water on it instead of fanning those flames. But ultimately, it's his job to make this explode like dynamite. See what I did? But ultimately, you need it to be good, and you got to clean this up. The weekly shows are not strong. I don't say that because I hate the company. I don't say that because I have some vendetta against them. I legitimately don't enjoy their shows as much as I enjoy other shows, and they just need fixed. And I don't mean like rehauled. Some would think, oh yeah, revamp the whole thing. There's a lot of good there that they can just clean up and make sense of it. I don't know if it's lazy or oversight. Oh, fuck. Timing.
Speaking of lazy and oversight, but we didn't start the fire. It was always burning. Some of you in AEW, Tony Khan.
MJF.
Oh, MJF, old man, good man. Right. Cody Rhodes has a plan. But it's, again, like you even said, it's grading against yourself. If it's not, it's going against logic. It's not going against, because WWE's not doing it this way, it doesn't make sense. Right. No, it's going against fucking logic of if I was tuning into this week in and week out, what makes sense to me?
right? As I had Pac just take off Myron's head.
Oh, as he just tossed Myron in the corner.
Oh,
1, 2, 2 go. I
how
can get
is
ahead of
Pac?
you.
You might be. I'm not that concerned about it, my guy.
Fair enough.
We're
No,
almost
I
there.
do not.
We're rounding third.
Trust me, that's why I as soon as you like start the fire, it's like I have to. The song compels me.
Right.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning because the car were turning. Now, do you think that the Death Riders ever actually turn on Moxley? I know that we've thought that for months on end, but
It would be
when do
lovely.
they decide enough is enough?
They'll do it when it's cold. That they're infamous. I was just talking. I was giving the bullshit fucking fire analogy, and that's what and it felt like that's where he'll wait till it's cool and then he'll throw it at us.
Ospreay's second fiddle to John Moxley right now. He's in a tag team with Pac.
Look, this is so stupid. No, I'm okay with it.
Power driver.
The crowd is tired. KJ tired. We're all tired. I'm just getting started.
Oh, he's got the guns out here. He's getting warming up. He's doing this every time he takes a pause. Just warming up the shoulders.
Right. I get down and do some push-ups after the show. Let's go.
Oh, you're a Death Rider now? You're going to do it in the Claudio match?
Thank you. 100% inspired by the Death Riders.
Oh, Myron dodges. Cut her! And Moxley Phantom Cells. This is the Punks versus the Hot Topic team.
There's the cutter.
Oh,
the Matrix.
Clothesline turns him inside out.
The Rascals have been underbooked since coming over to this company. It's unfortunate, but again, there's hope. But they're all three guys can go.
Rascals have been worse booked than Trey Miguel has.
Oh, for sure.
As we got a Kata Hajime in the corner, we got a Rings of Saturn, and then
an
arm bar. Ospreay drew the fucking short stick of who gets the cool submissions. I got an arm bar.
But it does it not. Oh, man down. We've had a few slips here, but they do this all the time. This spot, especially, everyone gets submitted. A, you make the Rascals look like shit. Fuck them. And B, you do it once and a while. Why are you doing it all the time? I don't get it.
See, this is what I do after KJ after every stream. If I just poke the belly, you rascal, you. But no, this is kind of shit.
Now,
Will Ospreay is supposed to be the guy in your company, and he feels like the third guy in your third faction. That's what it is.
Right. Now, with this situation, they're still selling that Pac and Ospreay don't like each other. So maybe an issue between...
They teamed up. They did synchronicity tonight. Well, I've never hated someone so much. I synchronized swam with them.
Short-term memory may be affected, my guy. Ding. Ops are in the back. By speaking of short-term memory.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
But yeah, ultimately, Pac and Ospreay. So maybe Pac or Ospreay's the catalyst to get Pac to complete mutiny on John Moxley. Maybe that's
Pac,
the play.
2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4 Pac, none. No Pac, he's Pac, no Pac, none. Well, and with this whole thing I wasn't an English major or anything or a theater major. Does anyone know how exactly West Side Story played out? Because I feel like this is West Side Story between the Ops and the Death Riders, and Ospreay's the fucking female lead.
Is he retired? What is this? What did he say?
Joe just walks off. What did he say?
He dapped everybody fuck it, I'm out. So Hook's in charge?
Oh. This is Weekend at Bernie's kind of shit. You just left the least adult in charge.
Tonight,
Hot Cheetos by the fucking
dude, they
boatload.
advertised that Kushida. Now we're getting a package. Why would they give us a package at 10:40?
Because it's the last thing that's going to happen, because they have to remind you that, hey, by the way, this is the reason why this is a thing, because this feud just started 2 days ago. This feud started on Sunday after they were in a tag team together. What? Oh, you hit me, you turn on me in a fatal four-way, because that's what happens in a fatal four-way. And then now we get into them. They have to go right into a street fight. Can't just have a single match. Can't do this.
In a week where we saw Stadium Stampede, we saw a tag team I Quit match. Do we really need a ladies street fight too? Are we being
Is this like the light beer after I've had a kamikaze, I've had a fucking, a White Russian, I've had a fucking Jaeger bomb. This is just the light beer.
I drank a beer. What?
It's still alcohol. What?
Another beer.
But it's
what?
Still, I one beer. What? 2 beer. What?
It fucking makes me laugh. But there you go. We'll put the poll up for the main event. No, I don't mind the package here, but what I'm saying is, like you said, if you're going to do a video package to hype us up on the final match at this hour, you maybe should have put that on at 9:30
when most people were watching.
Summertime KJ, let's go. Start wearing sunglasses on the stream.
All I can think, why can I think of what's his name of in Samwise Gamgee in 54 States with the fucking list and everything of Summertime KJ out there. He's got the guns out. He's wearing the baseball jersey.
Have you seen my baseball?
Have you seen my baseball? Have you seen my baseball?
I watch AEW for the ex-WWE stars that didn't get a chance, i.e. Swerve. It was good, but now it's an accident that I can't help but look at. The people do have that car crash vibe with it. And we will say, like, the stories might be completely fucked, but the chaos is usually somewhat attention grabbing.
But it's one of those, it's hit that ground of like, I don't know if it's going to be amazing or trash. It's going to be one of those two. I don't know which one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be fun, but I don't have high hopes. Yeah, my head got hot.
I'm hot.
I got hot. I shaved. Vote for
KJ can throw that fucking rating over that mountain over there.
How has Trey been booked bad?
Nobody said that.
I think there's a miscommunication here, Nick.
Fair enough, but I'm going to just nip that in the bud before we even get down this fucking pipeline. He was just the international champion before he got injured. I'm sure he comes back. He will put right in the main event scene. That's literally about around a bit of what we were saying of the Rascals. To me, have been, you're here more weekly than I am, but the Rascals seem like they've been more. They just like to hang out in their fucking clubhouse and smoke vitamins.
We rarely see them do anything on the show. We got a couple little treehouse moments. I think they were on Dynamite. I think we got at least one on Dynamite. I think that, who was it? Did
Myron?
Yeah, I think he had a match on Dynamite.
Could be. I know he's been the one that more will be Xavier and Wentz that'll have the tag team, and then Myron's been the singles that'll run in and cut in.
They have FTR. They have the grizzled young vets. They have Rascals. They have opportunities to get other guys. The Bucks can, if somebody could just slow the Bucks down and walk them through, like, and this is called a tag. This is a hot tag. The crowd will cheer. Like, if they could just hone in their ring psychology a little, they're great. Like, as far as running around and doing crazy shit. And if you got teams that can do crazy shit with you, I feel like it's so much wasted potential.
But there's no story to it, or even like
nothing.
And I know, AEW doesn't do stories. No, wrestling doesn't do stories in the tag team division.
So we just brought Joe back. Joe did a job, and then Joe's gone again. That's what you said goodbye as. We're with double D's.
We really did say goodbye because I thought you were saying Joe saying goodbye and Anna Jane saying goodbye as they got getting sparked
So
out.
here's my deal with Anna Jay or Tay J.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen them a lot. They made a big deal about them getting back together. I would have put them in the match that went. Now you have Ali Catch and sorry, the other lady's name slipped my mind. But you had two really good independent wrestlers that could have had a good match with them and kind of pushed them for a few minutes a little. But they you're going up against double D's who are dominant. They're Yamazons. But so you don't need Anna and Tay to be the tough girls that win in 2 minutes too. You make them the underdogs. No, we're just as tough. No, you're not. It's bad booking.
I see the Glamazons, the Death by Snoo win in under 5 minutes at least once to not twice a week.
Yeah.
I would like to see my other tag teams have 7-minute matches at minimum, a 10-minute, anything. Right. Because I know I'm going to get cut short on the championship challenge.
Mm-hmm. And if you really want to impress me, you take TJ and you put him in a match with an established team. I wouldn't go against the Birds, but maybe, somebody, I know Willow's out now, but maybe Harley in a tag team partner. And for half of the former tag teams, but just to give them a win where they're not supposed to be dominant like the double D's. They're not the same.
Right. So we're going to get
Andrade
versus Ace Austin. So if we're booking this like we don't anticipate we're going to go over, we're going to give a street fight 10 minutes.
They're going over for sure.
No, I know. No. I know.
But 10 on the books.
You're a booker, man. If you're living in the realm of logic of I don't have an overrun of this is what I'm going to fit on my show. This is not going to work. You have too many pieces, Mr. Khan.
It just seems to me, if you make the overrun a cool thing that happens occasionally, that's cool. But all it ends up being is either your show's 2 hours and 15 minutes, or you're bad at your job. Like you just can't hit the target. Like what is it? Like is it you choose because it's cool? What are we doing?
The overrun starts being an overrun when you do it every week. Like they've done it every week for years at this point. Like, yes, we don't end when the show ends, but we don't say we're going to end when the show ends. They can say that they're going to end on the hour and then never end on the hour.
Ever. Like that's
they end on an extra hour.
Overindulgent. I guess when you grow up as a billionaire's kid, you can be overindulgent to the max. But
I want the matches. I want all the matches.
But the show, I think part of my issue, Nick, and we talked about it with the 2.5 hour or the 3 hour SmackDowns. I don't like it when the show doesn't justify it. If this was a barn burner of a show that had to bleed into another 10 minutes, great, awesome. But if the show's not strong and you're going to make us stay 10 more minutes, you don't have to stay. Well, we're fucking gluttons for punishment.
But you run at a deficit. That's the thing. Is some of this shit at this point now, you're running at a deficit. We just had the advertisement for the street fight. Did we have any preconceived knowledge outside of, Twitter for Andrade versus Ace Austin? So you're inherently running at a deficit.
Well,
versus you have it every now and then on a blue moon to, oh my God, folks, this match won't stop. We got to keep going. You have it every now and then versus every week.
Yeah, 100%. You make it matter. You make it mean something. You make it of value. You use it, again, part of that psychology of wrestling.
If I eat cake every week, I'm a fat ass. If I have it every now and then, it's a treat.
Right. But even then, I know there's always some smart ass. There's as much as we pick some of your favorite things, you still don't want to eat them every day. You still don't, you know what I mean? There's a line.
Oh, trust me, sometimes you have to find the line. The line will find you, but it's even then.
Yeah.
What makes a franchise work, what makes a TV show, anything work is I want to see what happens next.
Yes.
AEW really struggles with that outside of the pay-per-views because they beat you over the head with you're going to get what's next, what's happening next month, what's happening 2 weeks from now, and everything. They beat you over the head with shit.
Yeah. But I mean, realistically, you're right. Like, you got to find a way to, your commentator's got to be better at, a call to action and getting people hyped for what's coming, not just what move you just saw in front of you. Great. I'm glad Excalibur knows the names of all the indie moves. I get it. I love
Tope
it.
con suicida.
Yeah.
Hajime.
Tope kiss my ass. But I mean, great. But he's got to do a better job, and the commentary as a unit and the production pull us along a little better, and put importance on the segment. Make us go, oh shit, I don't want to miss this.
In a world. But also it's a little bit, now if this was, again, weekly television, that's what it is. Is anything here really what you want to see like tonight, or you could have saved it for later down the road? Some of this stuff, it's okay to just do 2 hours. That's why I think Collision is going to go the way of the dodo and then they just write on 2 hours a week in your pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I fight you on that is they're so stubborn internally of like,
and that's fine. But I think that this is where I push back. They're failing on that third hour, whether it be on a Thursday, on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday, on a Saturday. Third hour, they have a line and they can't go over it.
Ace Austin went down hard on that bump to the outside.
Andrade's talented as fuck. That's why I wonder. I think you put him, but how do you know? I would have loved him versus going after MJF for the world title instead of Rouge. The only way I could make it with Rouge is because it's Los Ingobernables tie-in.
Well, yeah, and again,
that's me being a wrestling nerd to know that, to make that connection.
One of my absolute favorite factions to call, just because of the name. But is Andrade not a bigger draw, a bigger name, a better fit?
Like I said, I laid it out. Oh, hey.
Oh, wow. What just happened?
He sat there and just put the woman back over the barricade of, no, honey, sweetheart, you can't cross the line. That's only for TNAs when you can cross the line.
Yeah, he was like tranquilo. Like,
yeah, but no.
She wouldn't let go. Oh, wait, it just jumped back.
Oh, but I think you could do Andrade versus MJF at Forbidden Door. You do Kenny versus MJF at Redemption, and then you do Ospreay MJF at All In.
I don't hate it, and I mean, dude, you're up against what we're getting, so you're like
that's why I hate what we're getting, because
what's
it is Smarmageddon.
Do we see Adam Page coming back anytime soon throughout the summer here?
All in, and he helps Ospreay. If anything, or at least he's backstage and he took it from me. Don't let him take it from you. Have him be a motivation of the last thing behind it. Anything like that. Because that's the thing is, to me, Ospreay winning at Wembley should be the fucking coronation equivalent to Roman Reigns is your tribal chief. He is now official as a referee whistle of he is your guy.
Yeah, for sure. And don't fuck around with it. Like, and I'm sorry, and people aren't going to be like me saying this, but just because Ospreay wins doesn't mean we see him defend the title every week. You don't do that to him. Make him important. I want, like we talked earlier,
put a prestige on that shit. That's what MJF did, and then he took it away.
Make it important. Make it big.
The AEW Championship actually at one point got held in high regard because of how little it had been defended, and B, how few many people have can A, challenge for it, and B, been champion. And all due respect to Darby, that all that went out the fucking window, and nobody believed Darby was winning that or losing that at any point. So now you've got about 2 months till mid-August, in Wembley in your biggest show. This is Tony, nut the fuck up or shut up. This is you have MJF and Ospreay that should be your two biggest stars in the history of AEW on a collision course. Just one more fight.
Dude,
And no,
you're turning that song
that's
into
what they should have
Fiend.
done. That's why I hate the side
You're
quest with
turning
Darby
that
Allin.
song into Fiend, bro.
Fiend. But no, that's what it should be. That should be Darby, or that's what fuck Darby. Ospreay should be unequivocally the guy. When you think of AEW, then you think of this face.
Yeah, 100%. Evan says he might think you're right about the time with New Japan. And I mean, we talked earlier about things changing over there. Forbidden Door, I think, should be at minimum every 2 years. Do it every 2 years. There's not enough talent. Like, I mean, they're going to have to fight themselves on this card.
I got a loan, like you said, I got a loan talent back to New Japan to say they're from there to fight me.
Right? Andrade for the win for sure. I didn't even put a poll up on this one, I don't think. I still have Stat and Sheeta up because I didn't know that you were going to slip this one in. It's now 10:56 and a street fight hasn't begun.
A street fight is about to start. Your main event of the evening is about to start when the show should have ended.
Why would you start a match with 3 minutes left in the scheduled show?
Well, see, this is the thing. I know, but this is the ultimate. This is the initial argument to anyone that's like, "Oh my god, tonight was amazing." Your main event of 3 hours started when the show should have ended. Like at that point, you're already downhill. What are you doing?
Yeah. I just don't understand it. I mean, we got a lot of wrestling fans that follow us and watch these, and by all means, comment in the chat, comment after the videos. But the question ultimately becomes, what is the benefit of you're on commercial? So let's say the previous show had ended, and you're clicking around, you're also in commercial right now. And right now, if I tuned in, it should be the end of a fight where two women are bleeding and barely holding on, and you stay in for the last 90 seconds, and they go off the air, and you're like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" But
yeah, because
what is the benefit?
Halfway, depending on how I'm clicking around, I could sit there and turn around and end up with Impractical Jokers is up next on TBS and everything.
Right,
and that's more of what I'm waiting to watch.
They're treating Ospreay like Ricky Williams. I love that. Facts.
Yeah, Ricky Williams is one of my favorite players of all time.
Oh, mine too.
Well, I think we have a bit of the same reason as to why
he was. He was a fun guy when he came up here to play football.
Oh yeah, I forgot he played with the Argonauts and everything like that. No, even as a Bills fan, he was fun to watch on the Dolphins. They invented rules because of this, man.
Yeah. If Ace would have stayed in TNA, we'd actually believe that he was a TNA champion. Reed, Austin was bookmarked as like a guy that was going to do big things in TNA. He was, he did the tag team thing. He had some dabbles like with the X division, but Ace Austin in TNA, I think, would have continued to excel. I think he's a super talented guy. He's another example of we signed a TNA guy and we kind of keep them on the back burner. They're not as cool or as important as my AEW toys.
What is Josh Alexander? And I've seen your Canadianness might be an impact on this, pun intended, but I've seen a fan or two because of how much TNA has kind of maybe been off the kilter with this. Do they need a Scott D'Amore back?
Yes. And the only reason I think yes, I think he puts together good wrestling shows. I think Scott D'Amore, like watching what he's doing with MLP, and I've seen it live, like the structure of the show, like even that you're doing like an indie spot show vibe, which by the way, they're going, they got a TV deal in Canada. So we're getting MLP on broadcast television, which is excellent for them. But ultimately, I think that he's a better booker. Like, he knows how to put it together, and even with those spot shows, that's where I was going. Is they find a way to build a story into that spot show, into that one-off. They did it with Corbin. Like, it's good shit.
Fair. Well, he has the other stuff of at times of he was very much buddy with TK, and at times he was trying to buy the company out from under the company and everything. But now we're getting the hype up for the street fight.
I feel like TNA needs to clean up their booking. I think there's a lot of
more Tommy Dreamer, no more Delirious.
Maybe not. Like, there's a lot of things happening on TNA that I'm not that moved by lately.
When I move, you move, just like that.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize. I should have read this. It's Lights Out. So we're doing the whole Lights Out thing. So, I mean, that they had to do it after the show, KJ, because it's Lights Out. So it was after the show. That's why it's starting at 11:01.
We're lights out here watching the show. No, I had the darkness imprisoning me. All that I capture, all that I see. But no, even then, if you didn't build any, this feud just started at the pit.
I'm so shocked.
Started on Sunday.
This is like the tamest ride to a Lights Out street fight at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday, which
because it's an overrun. Lights Out. Oh, sorry.
All right. So what's the over under? 20 minutes?
Well, who do you have first and foremost?
It's got to be Stab, but it could be Sheeta.
No, I'm taking Sheeta.
Son of a bitch.
Thickaroo Sheeta out here. She's actually got some personality and everything out here right now. Statlander's had her moment in the sun, and she squandered it a couple times, actually. I'm all the way now out here for Thickaroo Sheeta, finding a personality. Fucking Nikita Lyons. To hell with a Tessa Blanchard. Give me Thickaroo Sheeta.
Okay. I'll go with Stat as 57%. It's pretty fucking close. 54 to 46. So
I almost wanted to joke and be like, I'm peripherally kind of married to a Thickaroo Sheeta, so I kind of have to go that way.
Just start calling her, dude. See what happens.
But yeah. See how that goes.
She might also have
when we get a new cat, it's gonna have a wrestling name.
She's got
legs.
She's got a tank top with blood on the boobies,
testicles,
handprints.
It's like a censor of Omex, the Hidden Temple. You know,
the rest of AEW's rosters in the void for sure. I didn't even know tonight's show was 3 hours, let alone a freaking overrun. Come on, man. I think, Nick, you kind of pointed this out tonight. A lot of, if you were gonna like do this and I would have, you're right, sell it all night of tonight, Stat, Sheeta, one-on-one, Lights Out. It will be at 11 o'clock. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're unsanctioned. Street fight's gonna happen all night long. They could have done it. My guy.
Well, did I miss this? And I could have, because we talk a lot. But if you come in at the start of the show and it's even goddamn sock puppet Excalibur, folks, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. We've got the fallout from Double or Nothing. What is MJF going to have to say? Who's going to challenge him out? What does Kevin Knight have to say after he stomps out Darby Allin? Mm-hmm. We've got this, we've got that, and stay tuned all the way as we've got 3 hours action-packed tonight as you run through the card and you end it, and we're main eventing with a street fight. You can ask Excalibur, who's good at fucking talking, or at least talks a fucking lot. I didn't say good.
There's a difference.
He talks a lot, but you could have sit there. I can cut a better promo off the top improv of what Excalibur could have done to lead us into this fucking show 100%. Than what they did.
For sure. There you go. But Stat and Sheeta are having it out. We got a chair in the corner. The chaos has begun. This is crazy that we're starting this match at 11.
It's still, to me, even beyond the timeline, the timeline just in the feud. They were just tag team champions. They were in a fatal four-way. Normally, I'm sorry, but even if you or I in a fatal four-way, yes, we might for a little bit do the Sammy and KO, we're teaming up. But the second you try and get a pin and I'm not getting a pin, then guess what? We're going to throw a little bit of hands, but I still love you at the end of the day.
Right.
This feud feels like it just started, we're in a street fight already.
It did. And they buried the you would assume some kind of blow off between the two ladies. You bury it at the 11th hour, literally.
Pun intended, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting as the ladies are on the outside. So I hope it's a good match, but I'm shocked that we're doing this.
I want both women to win somehow, some way, because I'm a fan of Stat. I feel like she's never gotten a full shape, but cameraman, do your work.
Oh, someone
is Hikaru Shida just Yamala? Is AW's version of Yamala?
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Kind of, you know what you're looking in, but never win.
What?
You heard me. You heard me.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
And a bottle of rum. She put an apple in her face and Johnny Appleseed kicked her fucking block off. By the way, I'm watching The Office right now. Michael Scott's a bastard as a boss out here.
Oh, okay. Here's the question. Are you telling me everything that we got between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. was absolutely so necessary that you couldn't have fit this match between 10:30 and 11?
No, because not everything we got even on Sunday you had to fit in between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m.
Oh,
darkness imprisoning me, fighting backstage, all that I see.
All right. She might have broke her tooth. No Thekla. No Thekla. 0 to 10. No Thekla.
Just Thekla.
We didn't see any of the Twisted Sisters tonight.
No, but again,
that's a fail.
No. I don't buy this whole thing of I have to see all the talent all the time. Otherwise, it's a miss.
No, but I want to see Thekla on my TV. I want to see that crew get some love. I want to see the women get booked more.
We're struggling to get Hikaru Shida and Statlander on our screen. Do we need to add more on this? We've been watching this at midnight.
We got
the go-home show from Double or Nothing would have been still watching this match.
Mm-hmm. As they're fighting back into the crowd. This unsanctioned match. Don't go anywhere. Pitcher and pitcher.
For Collision, Saturday at 8. What the fuck? I got a Collision ad for a Collision ad. What?
What matrix am I in? You just saw a glitch in the system, Nick.
Future.
Take the blue pill.
Show me the way to go home. Bum, bum. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Welcome to Wednesdays, Nick. It's not it's not for the faint at heart.
About an hour ago.
Tony's like, we'll make this one fun.
No, the fuck you won't. That's the thing is Tony Khan, every time he's like, we're gonna follow up this AEW pay-per-view really well. And then it's just what's his name from Horrible Bosses? The fuck you will.
The fuck you will. But I mean, the thing is, it feels like, unless it's just 100% complete and utter nothing but bullshit, they think like, fuck, man, we're killing these shows. We're killing it. And
I have seen that whole even narrative.
You don't think they do?
A bit like what is? No, I do think that there's some. There are some that just blind leading the blind. There are some fucking lemmings out there. But I think anybody that has two brain cells that clack together, like that fucking, like the kids' toy that you had in the fucking 80s, clack, of that, those click together. that it's still recognized that this, while it might be some good, it ain't it. Like, what is the best thing that you saw tonight? We're in the twilight hour of this show. What's your takeaway from Dynamite tonight? 3 hours. What's your takeaway?
That's a great question. I mean, it's a tough one on this one because you look at the world title. All right, we're going to get a match, but what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. You get you have your mid card title where you're kind of setting something up, but are we getting that? Tonight really didn't move us a step forward in a lot of ways. Okay, the Dugs are going to go after Edge and Christian. Fine, I'll take that. I accept it. I like how they did that. That's fine by my standard. But they didn't. To me, the shows aren't creating this the feel of, don't miss next week, don't miss next segment, don't miss anything. It's just very like we got to do these shows till we get to the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I feel like don't miss next pay-per-view. I don't feel like don't miss next show.
Right. And I feel like at times that's kind of the vibe they give me of like, just throw a bunch of random shit out there and then the pay-per-views are going to kill and we can tell everyone this is where the best wrestle.
I mean, you did have some good though of it was good when it ain't, and then when it is. These shows are no, not fully.
Not totally. There was some stuff that was
was Sunday so good that it's not a step back? It's just a stagnation.
I look at Sunday different than everything else. I mean, you have that pay-per-view. In your pay-per-views, you're known for good pay-per-views. So we know you can do that. Now here's the challenge. What can you do beyond that? But I mean, the show felt really good. So you get really excited as I got a superplex off into chairs.
Oh, I got Stat grabbing a chair. Oh, Kendo meets chair. Dun, 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 dueling. Dun, 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 dun,
James, I fucking wish, James. Come on now.
Clap on. Clap on.
Is Nick ranting now? Wednesdays does that to you. I wasn't the ranter in the beginning.
It's the curse of Wednesdays.
It's the curse of Wednesdays.
But no, it is. The pay-per-views are phenomenal. That like you 100% is hard to knock an AEW pay-per-view. It's just the weekly shows do not follow it up by any stretch. Now, you drop a great hook, but can you drop a single? Nah.
You can't hit a curve. You can't hit a fucking curveball. That's what this is.
Joe was mad.
Tell me, like, if somebody can get that clip of Joe Boo or of Serrano, but literally, why has nobody picked him up? Hey, throw him the curveball. He can't hit a fucking curveball. Like, it's the best.
Yeah, but then you can go to TKO of like. Bring back Enzo and Big Cass. I told you. He's dead. I hate that.
Right.
It just be Triple H. You're in your soft, you're sloppy. Like, I hate that fucking song.
It's like fucking, they throw up Revolution. Bang. Pretty big home run. I had my issues with it, but it was liked. You get to another pay-per-view. Bang. Home run.
They're the Yankees. Home run or strikeout. That's it.
That's it. Their weekly shows the curveball. They cannot hit it.
Beat. Oh, no. She kicked out.
No, she kicked out, yeah.
Oh, Sabu!
That's my favorite.
I'm actually this much of a dork that I started listening to a whole audiobook about fucking the Tokyo Dome.
That's amazing.
Way home from work today. I swear I'm not Dave Meltzer. Just maybe more Brian Alvarez, but yeah.
Just don't fall asleep while you're driving, my guy. Jesus Christ.
No, that's going in when I'm watching a fucking Double or Nothing
show at midnight. Coming off the balls of this guy, coming off a 5-hour pay-per-view, he gives us an almost 3.5 fucking hour
four-hour show. But wait, there's more. We got now. Who goes through it? Because one set up a table, one setting up a bridge of chairs.
Right. This has to be
failing to do it.
It has to be almost over. Like it's
14. Oh! Drop toe hold into the chairs.
14 minutes strong, Nick.
Let's go, Sheeta.
Let's go, Statlander.
That doesn't rhyme. Let's go, stat. There you go.
Stat.
Stat. I'm Chris Chatlander. Oh, got her up.
All right.
That's the driver.
Right.
He or she who sets it up must come through it.
What movie was it where the guy couldn't make the handoff? So I remember the Titans. He couldn't do the dish. He couldn't do the dish off. That's what I feel like I'm watching. Like, again, going back to the analogy of like
sunshine.
Yeah, someone in the chat will know, but
I just
got the chair spot.
No, because the only other ones you would have had was the Mean Machine. Oh, we got
the quarterback. I think was it Sunshine that could throw a bomb but couldn't do a handoff.
Yeah. No. It was wasn't him. You can throw it a mile, but you can't throw it 10 yards.
Right? I think
it might have been Sunshine.
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 Holy shit.
See, this is me and KJ before we go live. Strong side, left side, strong side. We are the wrestling, mighty, mighty wrestling. Who we are. Oh, like tubes.
Yeah. Like this just, I'm blown away right now.
Why didn't you advertise this?
Should have made it bigger.
1, 2. This is the best match of the night, and you got to stay up to the wee hours on a Wednesday to watch it.
This was a better. Why didn't you do this for the title? This is better than the Fatal 4-Way they did on the weekend.
On one hand, you saved the best for last, but I'm Andy Dufresne. I had to crawl through a mile of shit to come out smelling like roses.
I might give the show a 6.5 now.
Oh, I didn't know that was in question.
Well, for a while, it really wasn't.
Later. Road Rash?
17 minutes. Well, that does look. Oh,
Sabu again. What is a better Sabu tribute? Throwing a chair in someone's face and jumping yourself through a table and pointing at the sky?
It's so good. It makes me laugh. The program is a great movie. I don't know if that's the one. I was just
that's
she gushing.
They're doing the match that they couldn't do at the New York State Athletic Commission.
Yeah,
because everyone is beating. Tombstone through the table.
Yeah, so Stat's gonna take the W here.
I don't know. Knees beat up. We all need to do whenever we actually do a full fan meetup is do the replacements. First, I was afraid. I was petrified.
Oh, Tombstone.
Oh,
imagine
if she got sheet up by Harley. Take the kendo. What?
Why?
Oh. What the extra crack back jack? What?
Hold up.
Hits another tombstone. What the fuck was that?
Was that another tombstone?
Yeah, but that just
unnecessary. You've already killed her. Why do you got to do more shit? The tombstone through the table. Enough. We're good. The extra shit is stupid.
There's 30 seconds left in the game. You're up by 4. Why'd you take a timeout? What the fuck are you doing?
Yum.
Like, you're already winning. Stop.
Yeah. And Harley's pumped. Stats pumped. Good match.
Good match until the end of it. Just what is the curse of Tony Khan? I can get there. I just can't finish it.
They conned it up, bud. He has no end game.
Oh.
Right? He has no dismount, you know?
And then but they sit there and go tight in on and bleeding in the back. But TNT Championship next week, Davis, Ospreay, you got Kevin Knight, Speedball, Roosh versus MGF. That's some shit I hate from tonight. Why the fuck is that a fucking thing?
I don't know. And we find out who the wild card spot is next week as well. Yeah, Speedball Kevin Knight's interesting. Now, I think that you should have multiple, like 2 or 3 matches, and that's an angle that goes into a pay-per-view.
Would you have not tried to end your 3 hours following your biggest pay-per-view of recent memory? Some argue one of your best pay-per-views of all time, of either your world champion ends it or your heel that you just turned right there fucking ends it, or even then your world champion who just lost is a surprise of, I thought he was dead, but he fucking comes in like Batman and takes out Kevin Knight. Instead, we get a death match, a street fight, which wasn't bad. It's just cool. I didn't know I was supposed to get that.
Right. They should have made a bigger deal about it for sure. It was too early in their rivalry to do it, in my humble opinion, but the girls delivered. Like, I'm going to give the show the overall 3 hours 6 out of 10. I probably would have given it a 5 or 5.5 if that match hadn't existed. There was just, again, it just left a lot to be desired. And my biggest pet peeve with tonight is the stuff you did give me. I don't know if it's hitting correctly, but I'm not exactly excited about what you told me the at least short-term direction is for some of the situations.
Yeah, my short-term direction is I went from the end of this show straight into Michael Scott out there. No, I didn't even think about 6.5 and everything until you brought it up. And now Rush pissed me off. I need to take a fucking walkabout with that. What is it? Just it almost has to get a 6 of that. How does that land after Double or Nothing? That is shankopotamus. That is, you went 10 for 10 of, oh my God, you won us the game. The fucking special teams fucking nailed it. And then game's on the line of, hey, how we doing? And you just punted in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like we said, I mean, can Tony Khan throw it downfield? Yeah, once in a while he pulls off one, but he can't do that. He can't do a 10-yard fucking
sunshine.
Sunshine. He's the Sunshine Booker. It leaves. Some fans are going to say it's amazing no matter what, but for the fans that want to be pulled in, it leaves something to be desired. You need to start making the stars feel like stars. There needs to be a noticeable hierarchy in your ranks. Like, you have to know who the top and this one. Not everyone can just run up and fight the champ. We can't do that shit.
But even then, for every there was an 8. For every good thing that happened on the show, of even the start of with Kenny and Moxley, and that started off good. There proceeded to be about 3 8s that I'm like, I don't know. Right. It wasn't, oh my God, this is cut it off. What are we doing?
Yep.
But it definitely did not live up to what it had on the expectation block.
Yeah, you just more energy. And again, you can't just mail in the weekly shows and rely on we're the pay-per-view company. Then don't do weekly shows. 5 out of 10.
DNA, I am.
Right. 5 out of 10 from Dro, 6 out of 10 from Ronan. Prepare for Mercedes Moné next week. I don't know. I don't want that. I'm probably going to get it, but I don't want it. 6 out of 10.
Is there a free agent or anything? Could it be if Tony Storm returns or anything? Because that shit just went cold.
Yeah, some people. People keep throwing around the name of Dakota Kai, but that has not yet manifested in any way, shape, or form. There are some good names out there. I mean, that could help this. It will most likely, I'm guessing, someone from Stardom or CMLL. It'll be Persephone or something.
Oh, well, no, she just got hurt.
All right, well, someone who's not hurt. Cross her off.
I know. But either way, I now more than anything, I want Geekbox anybody that's out there listening, I want, even if we're wrong fully on the clip from Remember the Titans, we're remembering the same moment of it. Of someone talking
I
to
think
Tony
it is.
Khan.
I think it's sunshine.
Yeah, but you can throw it a mile, but you can't pitch it 10 yards. What are you doing out here? That's what it is. That's how
I'm
AEW
watching
is.
that
You
movie
can
when I
throw
get
a
off this fucking
mile.
stream. I'm putting that movie on and going to bed. At least Statlander won, but I guess 20-minute over, like a 20-minute match. I mean, the match was the best match of the night. Yeah, we can debate all the
Yeah,
other
but it
stuff.
happened on a different show. It happened in the middle of The Office. Michael Scott proceeded over of Statlander and Sheeta.
You literally had the opportunity to sell it on the fact of like after our show, there's more show because of X, and you could have ran it that way. It would have been cool. You could have kind of like instead of just being haphazard, try and sell it on the coolness. Buzzles.
Well, could you have done
Buzzles.
that? Even that's going back all the way with Moxley, but I get what you're saying. Of folks,
Worth it.
we can't have it on our block because it's going to be so off the hinges and everything. It's, completely lights out. It's fully unsanctioned. AW's washing their hands of it.
Yeah.
But if you stay after Collision, we will have this. The match didn't get advertised until 20 minutes before it happened.
Well, whoever's watching Collision, you're advertising to the audience they're already there. You're preaching to the fucking choir. What are we doing here? Like, you add that, earlier and hopefully bring some people to talk some people into staying. Not many people are going to wake up tomorrow morning and go, they had a fucking street fight?
Yeah, but this is the same thing why I bitch with like WWE on SmackDown and everything of when you advertise the matches during the show, the people who are knowing about the matches on the show already watching the fucking show.
You're preaching to the fucking choir. Expand your horizons on this one. Dynamite 5 out of 10. Collision 7 gets the bonus for the street fight, I'm assuming. 8 out of 10. Jordan going high, but that's all right. Sure did. 7 out of 10. But ladies and gentlemen, it's getting late, and unlike Tony Khan, we would like to go to bed sometime today. Any other big ones? I don't think so, but thank you. Who was the wild card? No, we don't know. Next week. And I think it's going to be like meh.
Monet
scares me because I think Monet ruins the tournament. And didn't she already win this? She won it last year?
Well, if it's not Monet, then it's Athena wins this tournament. It's kind of like with the men's. If it's not Ospreay, then it's Swerve. There is no variant.
Interesting. That's a good point based on who's in it. 5 out of 10 sleeves. There you go. I like it. TNA wrestling tomorrow night. We didn't need TJ match. We didn't need 2 effing speedball promos or Briscoe Roosh segment. You didn't need Briscoe in that segment. It would have saved us 8 minutes. So that would have been a lot faster. The TJ match to prove they're as tough as Double D's makes no sense. They're not. It doesn't matter who they beat up quickly. They're not as good as them.
I'm looking at Ali Catch and Hikaru Shida, and now even MJF of look at what they did to my boy. They jobbed out Ali Catch. MJF had no business being in any of that fucking shit.
Right.
He should have just ended it with, I brought back the Triple B. I'm treating this belt like shit. Who's next to step up? Tune in next week to find out. And then you end the fucking evening with a lights out street fight that was arguably your match of the night, except it didn't happen in the same night, allegedly.
I mean, it's interesting tactics. I don't know what they're thinking. The last thing I'm going to say is, I mean, Tony's an analytics guy. Like, he's supposed to be, that's his business, apparently.
Name me an NFL or an NHL or any sports coach that actually has survived as an analytics coach. Honestly, this man's going for a fake punt on first down and getting surprised that it gets blown up.
Right. But you know what? Not bad. I mean, it wasn't the complete shits. It had some good stuff in it. I'm really confused at how we're going to step forward here, but they got shows coming up, folks. We're going to be here for all of it, including we are here tomorrow for TNA. Looking forward to that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. 8:45 p.m. We go live a little bit later. And then Friday, I'm back at it with SmackDown in the afternoon. We got more wrestling coming your way. AAA on the weekend. Clash on Sunday in the afternoon, Monday in the afternoon, all the way through next week. We got lots coming your way. We're working on things. Some things might be changing. Pay attention. Stay tuned. Like all the buttons. Tell your friends. And you think I would be less winded or less long-winded after all this?
No, we're out here taking gondolas through the streets of Venice and everything right now. We're going through Italy out there. But no, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, put about that forward life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good night. Come back tomorrow. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Iceman is out now. Have a good night.